and you guys are audible.
We're audible. Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
damn it! I screwed it up.
Yeah, so we're here.
So you're here. The last thing the party wanted to do was they wanted to exit the power plant building, and as they did, they saw a flashing warning light appear on a screen but near the reception desk. And Lydia says, "Okay, we need to go to the dormitory building."
Usually when there's a flashing warning light in the power plant, that's usually a sign to run away from Armageddon.
We
Can
have nowhere to run, Fontiev.
Can anyone try to read that?
Read the lights? Or read what?
Did we establish what language
Yes.
this place is written in?
We think it's the Gon language. The Gen language.
Yes.
Doesn't
Yes.
somebody have comprehend languages or something like that on?
No, we wasted much of our time, so we could not read anything.
And the person who could cast that is now dead.
No, she is alive. She
Oh.
is just out of
My
spells.
My apologies.
Lydia says, "I used all my spells trying to just defend myself from those bandits,
Yes,
but
she is alive.
she says perhaps we could find more scrolls or something in the laboratory building." And she gestures to the north.
We did agree to go to the north, correct? After clearing out this building?
Oh yeah, right. Charles, my angel radar, my portal radar are what's dinging right now.
Okay, I think that I double check. I think it costs at least a minute to do that. You want to do that?
Well, we had mentioned that earlier, like at the end of the
You have
session.
like the danger radar, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I have the ability to sense where the portals are, and I'm able to sense where all of
sorry.
any
So
like
you said
angels are,
something
Oh, there
interesting.
you
or celestials, whatever they are.
You said something that is both a danger and a portal that is about 2 floors underground beneath you, and it is moving to the northeast. It is not stable.
I'm just like, fellas, I think we might have a small problem. And I let everybody know about the moving celestial / portal signature that seems to be going to the northeast underneath us.
And it is celestial specifically?
Fontiev might assume that, but he just senses danger and portals that are moving.
Where are
Well,
our
I also
figures?
celestials are also my favorite enemy, and I can sense them within 5 miles. So
Okay, you don't sense any celestials within 5 miles.
okay,
Not one of those. What was your question?
I'm sorry. I do not see Kiff.
Kiv is just tiny, but
Indeed. Oh, I see Kiff. Never mind. Oh yeah, last thing I remember doing is burning Lydia. Or not Lydia, burning Tom. Because he was turning into...
accidentally, yes.
yeah.
is my danger sense going off whenever Kip twitches his tail?
Yes. Well, I don't know, it's hard to say. Is that dangerous? Yeah, I guess it's dangerous.
Fontiev just like casually just takes a sliding step away from Kif and just whispers to V like, there's something really bad about the tail. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, we can either stand here and be afraid, or we can fix something. We think we should either go inside and clear out the whatever this was, which I think we already did. Correct me if I'm wrong, DM?
Well, you went in there.
Yeah.
You talked with some ghosts. You looked
Yes.
around, and then you went out.
Yes, and there was no like immediate danger, other than the lights.
There was an ominous hissing sound. It disappeared after you persuaded the ghost to try to fix the broken
Right.
car. And then when you went downstairs, Kiff could faintly hear that hissing sound behind a sealed power core.
Behind a sealed what?
A sealed, let's call it a turbine.
Okay.
Now there is a little screen with a flashing warning light. It has some Gon words, and it has some diagrams on it.
Okay.
Oh yes, and now it's all coming back to me. There was like potentially radiation coming from that door. V told Kiff, "Don't go near there." Kiff begrudgingly agreed. We were discussing maybe trying to find either suits that would protect us and or instruments to read said radiation or things of that sort. And I think we're discussing going towards the laboratory for such things.
Okay.
Yes, we did, if we're not mistaken, we did make up our minds to go towards the laboratory to see if we could get something that could protect ourselves because of the high radiation levels.
Okay. So, is that the party's conclusion?
Yeah, I think we decided that last week.
Okay, great. Okay. So, as I prepare this, you are going to go north. There, you see a sort of what might be like a kind of decorative pond or pool, which is filled up with lily pads and moss and things like that. And then there's a big, long building, which has a big sign in the gun language on it, and that corresponds to the map that you translated, and it says laboratory, main research facility.
And then right below it just says Underbucks.
Right, and there's a big door on the front, and the door is locked. There also are windows along the first and second floors. It seems to be 2 stories, and it is connected to several other buildings to the east, including the Legacy Building and the dormitories and the arts.
Well, it seems to be locked. Does anyone else have any way to get inside?
Can Kiff inspect the door and the lock and kind of see? Actually,
Or
maybe Kiff will suggest to V to maybe do that and see if it's perhaps something mechanical.
Mechanical lock versus what?
Arcane.
Ah, okay. We can check that out.
okay,
We just assumed it was mechanical. Anyway, sorry.
it looks mechanical. It's made of this kind of whitish metal, as many
Okay.
things around here. V notices that the door lock has a key slot, which is shaped the same as the key slot in the power plant, of which you have 1 key, and it has
Yeah.
colors on it, and it has a little blue square and a red square. And I should note that the engineered key is red.
What has the colors on it? The door does?
The door.
Oh, excellent. And it only has 1 keyhole, correct?
Only has 1 keyhole.
Gonna put the red key in and see if it turns the door open.
It goes beep and opens up.
Hey.
So as it opens up, you do hear a louder warning beep sound come from the power plant building, and there's a Thunderbird on top with some chicks, and she goes and looks rather unsettled. Anyway, you are now in the laboratory. There is an ominous silence in here. There's a reception desk. There's many doors and hallways. The hallways are rather thin. It is pretty silent. You don't hear any sounds of anything angry or violent in here. So ahead of you, you see the reception desk with the hallways to the left and right, and some stairs behind the reception desk.
Okay. Well, I mean, V doesn't want to march themselves in first, but they will. Oh, I forgot to
go first.
add my health points back. Not at 78. I'm at 1.
Okay. Looks like
Okay.
Roldan's coming. His PC's just updating.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Kiff says, V point, Kiff go.
We'll be behind you relatively closely. And V's gonna kind of say, let's do this methodically. 1 room at a time. Perhaps starting with the one that has that loud beeping. Or is that kind of a general beeping over everything?
The power plant building is now so loud that you can hear it from far away.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the inside also had a mechanical beeping of some type.
You don't. If there's an ominous silence, you don't hear any noises of any kind in this particular.
Okay. Um, well, we should do this methodically. Hopefully that beeping scares away the mother and her chicks. I fear if they do not leave, the harm may befall them. Kiff, feel free to go left or right. Please just let us know which way you're going.
Kiff, go left. Kiff rule number 1. Always go left.
Wonderful. I want to make sure that when Kiff goes, I want Bubbles and the homunculus, like, not close to him, but, like, near-ish, so. And I guess if we're inside, wink, Fontiev, I don't know where Fontiev is. Here you
Fontiev is somewhere. He's in your heart.
I put him here. So feel free to move him.
As Kiff goes left, so you notice that the stairs go up and down. Just clarifying.
What kind of MC Escher nightmare is this?
Yeah, exactly. Stairs go up and
Fontiev, they're stairs. Stairs can go both up and down. In fact, one set of stairs can go up and down.
And Kiff sees a flickering ghost down the hall to the left. And the ghost is a ghost of Dr. Gann. And Dr. Gann says to what looks like a colleague, she says, did you hear what Alchemist Gann is working on? He says it's a bomb that will finally kill Amgathel once and for all. And the other one says, don't speak so loud. He's everywhere. He can hear you.
Kiff turns to V. Push to talk. Kiff turns to V, casts message to speak to V, and says, I found Dr. Ganfriend. Shh. He says they hear us.
V just kind of looks back at Fontiev and does the beckon forward thing. And
what is it, lassie? Did somebody fall down the well?
V will look towards where he heard Kiff. I don't know if Kiff has the cloak of invisibility on, but he'll give like a little nod. V gives a little nod.
Yeah, so basically just assume that unless we're, explicitly sneaking and or out of combat.
You have it on?
It's on my, back, but I'm not, completely enshrouded in the cloak.
I wasn't sure if you were sneaking or not.
You see little Kiff tail and little Kiff face at the very least. Or, little Kiff head.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were actually sneaking because, we're kind of in a spooky spot.
The other gun says, "Oh shit! I forgot my laboratory card." And Dr. Gunn says, "Where'd you leave it?" She says, "I think I left it in the elevator."
Do we hear this as well?
Yes.
Fontiev, myself, and
Yep.
Lydia.
Kiff.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Kiff turns to V and says, "What is a lavator?"
Can I roll to see if I would recognize that or be able to put it together that it's something that literally moves up and down?
Sure.
It's a room / thing that elevates you? Nope. Maybe, but straight intelligence is not great. It's only a 7. I rolled a 2. So,
the ghosts begin to fade away.
V says to Kiff, go talk to them. See if you can get them to tell you where the elevator would be. Or anything else, really.
Okay. Kiff calmly and coolly approaches and says, "Hello, Dr. Friend. Can you..."
They both look around and looks very unsettled and disturbed. It seems like they can't tell where your voice is coming from.
Kiff says, "No worries, friend. No worries. Everything okay?" Kiff just checked up.
That The other one says, it must be. They say, no, it can't be him. It must be another god, a good god. Maybe it's the Black Pharaoh.
Kiff says the same thing he said to the last con. He says something along the lines of, Kiff no Black Pharaoh, but Kiff meet him. No wearing very much clothes.
Okay. So they say no. They say let's go into the lab. Yes, let's go. And let's do some tests. And they're gonna go into here.
Okay.
What they do, since they are ghosts, they're just gonna phase right through.
Yeah, I was about to say, do they like pretend to open the door and phase through, sort of thing?
Yes.
Ugh. V walks up as they're kind of phasing through the door, and Kiff, where are they going?
Kiff just points through a door and says, they say go do tests in there.
V goes over and relatively hurriedly, and I want him to open the door with little bubbles and a homunculi behind him.
This door does not seem to be locked, and you can open it.
Neato.
And it's kind of a it's got a lot of lab equipment. There's a big mess everywhere. There's certainly some gun skeletons. The ghosts are still here though.
Yeah.
And they're kind of fiddling with the equipment. They're trying to say, who are you? Why are you talking to us? They're excited that they're able to interact with you.
We're curious as to what you're doing and why you're doing it.
They say, well, we are scholars of the gun people, and we need help. We need help. They say, yes, you must help us. They say we're being held captive by a cruel god named Amagthal. You have to help us, please. As they say, please help us.
Yes, it does. We have noticed that is the case. How do we do this? How would you like us to help you? We need more knowledge about this god in order to fight him, defeat him.
They say, legacy building. We wrote down legacy building, and then the ghosts are now completely faded away.
Yeah, start fading down. The legacy building. Looks like
according to the map, the legacy building is to the south.
South, yeah.
Across the pond.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Kiff would like to look around the room, look at some of the lab equipment, see what stuff looks interesting, and I guess in particular, look for something that seems like it may help shield from that radiation that we've determined is down in the bottom of the power plant.
It would be
Roll
something.
investigation.
Go ahead. V's just chiming in. It would be something rather thick, perhaps made of not metal, but some type of metal alloy, maybe. V's giving like his their best description of like what a radiation vest would be like.
I have one lucky left. I'm going to burn it.
Lead could be made of lead.
That's a little bit better. Investigation. That's a 13.
Okay, Kip finds a bunch of stuff. He's gonna find 3 protection suits, we'll call them, and a closet. He finds 1 scroll of comprehend languages.
Scroll of what?
Comprehend languages.
Ooh.
Very useful.
He finds 1 scroll of telekinesis, and he finds 1 buttload of documents written in
Okay. Documents written in the Gon language.
Yeah, and what else does he find? There's gotta be something else.
Kiff says, whoa, documents.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Kiff, They're written in Gon, correct?
Yes.
We think that it might be best for us to hold on to them, and once we feel we have gotten maybe a few more documents and looked around here as much as we possibly can, we will use comprehend languages so we can get the most beneficial time out of it. Maybe once we go towards the legacy building.
Yes.
V holds out his hand, or their hand for the documents, the paper.
It's a lot.
Kiff,
It's like an armload of papers. I should be.
Okay, V holds out their arms.
Kiff very eagerly plops the stack of papers into V's hands.
Okay. How do we spell these guys' names, or do we not know? I forget. Is it G-A-N?
G-A-N.
But
What
that's
I'm doing is any important information I'm putting it into the Discord under roleplay.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just figured grab the but I just want to make sure that I have the armload of papers in my inventory. Cool. Okay, it is G-A-N.
I should add that Kiff finds one thing pinned to the wall. It looks like a map of underground tunnels. And it has a big red X on the dormitory.
On the dormitory?
Yes.
Oh.
And there's something written and then exclamation points. Almost as though it's some kind of warning.
Okay.
And Lydia says, yes, that's where we need to go to defeat the monster that they were talking about.
Wonderful, but we should figure out a way to stop him before we go there. It would be foolish to walk into a fight not knowing your enemy and not being prepared.
She said, well, clearly these people were very primitive if they couldn't fight a monster. I'm sure with your fantastic spells and weapons, you'll have no trouble.
We do not think that is the case. We think going into a fight prepared is always the best situation. Why walk into a fight where an enemy may have an advantage on you? If you want to fix things, you need to have the right tools.
She blinks and she smiles and says, you know, Mr. V, if you are Mr., I must say I can't disagree.
Just V is fine. And V kind of starts looking around, like, is it just like general beakers and things on the tables?
Yep, so I'll add more information. There's beakers. There's burners. Kind of like they don't see, well, man, I guess they would be burners out of character, but you might not know. They don't work, and you might not know how they work.
Yeah. I have a question for you. This
Yep.
is a dumb, vague item. Do they have... They're very regular in science things. They're a flint and steel, except they're for lighting Bunsen burners. They're a silver, like, cup and a piece of flint that sits inside of it that scrapes across it. I'm literally going to find a picture of it. They're very common next to Bunsen burners.
Yeah, that would
and they're
work.
a lighter. When you squeeze them, they're like a primitive... Or not primitive, but they're like a...
That's right.
Yeah, they're a basic flint and steel, essentially.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. Because I want to... Yeah, this thing. Hold on, I gotta find it. It's a stock photo, but these things.
Yep, you can find several of those.
Neato. V would like to pick up at least one.
Okay.
Just to have as a little
These
lighter. Yeah, thank you.
I remember those. Those are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really common when it comes to Bunsen burners, because then you don't have to get your little hands near the gas and burn your hands.
Oh yeah, these lighter things. Yeah, I know them.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just like flint and steel. They're
flint and
just
steel.
like smarter.
Yeah, but
They
they're
make smarter.
yeah. So you don't burn your hands. Okay, I just wanted to know if I could have one of those. It makes me happy. Okay.
We turn
if-
around and V immediately starts trying to light everything on fire.
Well, it's always good to have a second light source or a second way to create fire. We do have
Also,
a
hi, Alana.
tinderbox.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry
Hello.
I'm late.
That's okay. Glad you're here. We do have a tinderbox, but it's always better to have a second way to create fire and light. And V is
You can
gonna
never have
put it in their bag.
much fire.
Of
Well,
course.
I'm gonna ping where we are. We're over here. Elena, when you get in. I don't even know if you're in, so.
Seem to have lost my mouse. There it
Oh,
is.
oh dear. I'm gonna put
It's
Thalia
on
with
the
us.
floor. Don't worry about it.
Oh no. Okay, well, V is gonna, as we're finished that, V is gonna kind of walk out and announce, we need to find this elevator. It's not this room, but it seems as if we're going to be checking the other rooms as well. I think V is gonna come out, and looking back at Kiff, V will take a left to the first door here.
This door, it doesn't have a key slot like the others, but it has some buttons next to it.
Ah, how did I guess? But also, V understood the left hand thing. V's gonna try to at least push a button. Does anything happen?
Door opens.
Huh? Wonderful.
It is a small room with no other doors.
He's gonna kind of turn back and say, well, this room seems interesting.
You see a gun skeleton on the floor, wearing a lab coat.
Oh no.
Kiff says, why does door go into room? What's a small room with no doors? And she looks where the buttons typically would
Sees
be.
more buttons.
And 4 buttons. Kiff turns to V. What do buttons do?
Generally, they do something when you press them. We're not sure what these ones do.
As Kiff entered the room, he felt that room kind of lurch around him as though it is not quite stable or it's not
Etched.
quite. Yes. But not like a normal elevator, kind of like a poorly maintained elevator, let's say.
Oh, okay.
Just so you understand.
Oh, okay. So like extra wiggly.
Yeah.
Unhinged.
Yeah, it has a lot of give. An exorbitant amount of give. And that's just with Kiff.
So, considering V has a tremendously rudimentary, albeit rudimentary understanding of some Gon symbols and letters and whatnot, Kiff would like to look at the buttons and point to one of the labels and says, V, what does this say?
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. Would I be able to see them from the outside of the elevator, or would V have to go in?
If V's nervous, we can lean in and look around.
Yeah, V would prefer to lean in if V saw that the elevator kind of wobbled a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there was like an aggressive amount of wobbling, V will lean in. Because V is not necessarily heavy, but
V's cautious.
risk it. Yeah. So, what do I see? And what can V make of it from the very brief time that they read any Gon material?
Well, you're just trying to read the labels?
So
based on the words you've translated on the map, is that the idea?
Considering
Okay.
an
I
elevator would
looked at
have
some things, maybe up
one
and down and
and
one.
2.
Yeah. They might not. They might be like the big readable buttons.
Roll your intelligence.
Fingers crossed.
There's like more. There's a lot of labels on the elevator buttons.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
the thick boy buttons. $16.
Okay, so it seems as though there's 6 floors you can access, and you're on the first one.
Okay.
And there's a second floor, and then it goes down to basement 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay. So the floors go down or up?
They
Or
go
both?
more down than up. They go one up from here and
Multiple
down.
down. Okay. Ah.
And you recognize the word for the gun word for vanometric on the third floor button, the 3 basement floor button,
Oh. Vanometric. Vanometric.
among other descriptions.
Yes, we need to do something with that. The vanometric area, it wouldn't be the whole building, but it seems to be on basement 3, or the third one down.
Third one down from here, or third one up from down? Lowest level down.
Oh, why would
Drawing
that
a
go?
diagram here.
Yeah, V turns around and looks at Thalia and says, "The third one down from the floor we're currently on." Clearing up any miscommunication.
Okay.
Kiff then says, so this room
Hmm.
go up 2 floors with more rooms?
It seems as if it does what the stairs would do. When you stepped in, it did rattle up and down slightly. We would... V's kind of like glancing in the room. We would assume that it would move up and down, but we're unsure how long it's been here. Remember, all of the other... not experiments, all of the other machines that we have worked with have either broken or exploded on us. You in particular, Kiff. You may want to be aware.
Lydia says, "Well, if you'd like me to be the sacrificial lamb who tries the machine, I could certainly volunteer."
Kiff says, no. Kiff ride, no stairs.
All right, if you will.
It's
Famous
what it
last
is.
words.
It's the no stairs.
Can I leave my little homunculus with Kiff?
Okay, so you're adding weight to the elevator. Okay.
I think the homunculus is like super crazy light. It should just be like...
It is size tiny.
Yeah, it's very small.
Would you like some company?
We don't think that's a good idea, Thalia. Unless you're going to float and add no weight to the elevator, we think, or the
I could.
room. Do you think that you'll add 0 weight whatsoever? It seems very easy to break. Very
can
easy to
float.
break. How long can you float for? Indefinitely?
10 minutes, and then I have to refresh. But I can refresh indefinitely.
If you
Just
think
check,
it's
I think
right,
it is 10 minutes.
you should make sure. But
Let's send
yeah, if you think that will not add weight, we don't see any harm in it. But V is going to take a step back away from the elevator and watch the floor level of the elevator very, very closely when
When the homunculus goes on it?
when Thalia kind of floats, and homunculus as well.
Okay.
Kiff, would you like company?
Okay, but no step floor.
When the
Gotcha.
homunculus does step on the elevator, does it shift greatly?
It wobbles a bit.
Somebody failed engineering school.
So I'll do like a little hop into the air and levitate within the levitating compartment, and then as it moves, I'll try to adjust
Dual
my
levitation.
floating height. Yes, I will try to levitate within the levitating compartment to match the movement.
I will Liveception this.
If when Thalia gets in, does there seem to be a shift in the flooring?
If she's levitating. If she is levitating, it wobbles again.
She is levitating, huh? She is levitating.
Be
if I
very quiet. I'm hunting
gonna head towards the
levitation.
stairs.
if I see that it does not wobble at all when Thalia gets on, I'm gonna remove the homunculus gently.
Okay.
And it's gonna hang out with me because V is no idiot.
So
These-
Kiff asks, friends go up or down?
Well, we think it's a good idea to go down to the third floor basement. Oh, also, Talia, check to see
Yes.
if there is a card in there. I think it was
Laboratory card.
a laboratory key. Excuse me.
I think it was a card.
It was nope.
It's
It was
both.
a lab key, lab
It's
card,
a key
something.
card.
It's a key card. Aha. Regardless.
Are you asking me to perception check for a key?
We're asking you to dig through some skeletons.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so I'll
He's gonna point
like
to the
float down and kind of hang upside down and like delicately rummage through the skeletons. When I say delicately, some bones might go like flying
Out.
horizontally just like a teeny bit. But you know, we just
Okay, so you do find so Talia finds the blue lab card or key.
got it.
Talia
Yeah.
also finds let's call it 99 gold and loose change.
99 problems, but sorry, what?
Oh yeah.
And Talia finds a how would you describe this? A glass orb that glows with orange and black clouds.
Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna keep it.
I'm just gonna say retroactively, Kiff gives one of those protection suits to V,
Mm.
and the other one to Talia.
Thank you. I'll put it on midair. Are the coins in like a purse?
Yeah.
I'll toss them out of the elevator towards V.
Okay.
How many coins was it?
99.
99. Wonderful. V will take a moment to put them in the purse of many pockets. I will add them momentarily.
I'm gonna keep the shiny orb myself because you said it was like black and orange.
Mm-hmm.
I posted the details under the roleplay on Discord.
Yeah.
Orb
Thank you.
that glows with orange and black clouds.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
keeping that. That sounds like fun.
It does sound interesting. Does sure sound interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start to hear like a loud alarm sound coming from the power plant building to the south. And Lydia says that doesn't sound good. I wonder what could cause that.
Most likely something catastrophically failing.
Well, that sounds bad.
Yes,
Should we go down?
We do hope that the Thunderbird and her children get out safe, but we can't really do much about it at this current moment. We have other things to look after. And if we know whereabouts the threat is, we just need to go about figuring out how to make it less of a threat. And V promptly turns around and starts to walk towards the stairs.
Okay.
Before you two go up, shall we check the other 3 rooms here? It does seem like a waste to not at least look in the doors if we can open them.
Kiff says, Kiff, wait right here. And he's like eagerly hovering his finger over the button to B3 because he's so excited to use the no stairs.
V's gonna go towards the next door. Do they all look like openable, or do any of them need keys?
They all look like they have those key slots.
Oh, the key slot for like the lab key that we had, or
Yes.
okay. Talia, can we have that key? It seems as if it opens these doors.
I'm gonna like tilt sideways and reach out as far as possible. And I don't know how wide this levitating box is, so I'm just gonna like try to send it out to V like a card.
If you
Okay.
can, oh, you're
If
like
it doesn't go
flinging
far
it
enough,
at me.
I'll just like. If it doesn't go far enough, I'll just like swing my bat and be like catch, and have you reel me.
Oh,
and it's
no.
like give me the card.
Oh, okay. If you want to like fling it, you can go for that.
Okay,
I'm
that's cool.
I do. I'm trying to get in touch with my elemental side as
Out
much
of
as
out of
possible.
character, do not fucking gambit the key card.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
bad
I'm
idea.
not gonna fling it because it's
I
much more
mean,
fun to see
it's an
whether V
awesome
can
idea,
reach.
but yeah.
On one hand, I want to see things explode. On the other hand, let's not.
Yeah,
When
that's a
I
No.
when I was in elementary school, there's this one kid who, whenever he picked up a pack of playing cards,
Uh-oh.
he would go,
Oh.
"I'm Gambit," and then throw them between his fingers, like all of them.
Oh. Jesus.
Oof.
Well, I
Like,
was
pulling them at
trying to help
people.
with the infinite magnets that are
Ooh.
on our fridge, and I took one that was from college and tried to, throw it and slap it on the fridge, and
Oh, no.
it just went right between the fridge and the counter, and it's in the void now. So that's
Oh
over.
yeah, it's gone forever.
So
I've
we're not
had those
gonna
times.
we're not gonna try around.
Mhm.
We're not gonna fuck around and
And find
find
out.
out. So yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna basically be horizontal in the air, holding the key out, and if it doesn't reach, I'll swing the end of my
Oh.
weapon and see if V can catch it and reel me in so I can hand it
I
to
mean,
them.
really, what we can do is,
Nope.
I don't know if
That's
I
what I'm
can.
doing.
No. Yeah, I'm saying do that, and if you can reach, I can stand at the edge and then have Bubbles hold my little hand, and V can lean in a little more. I don't know.
Maybe,
Does that
or
work?
maybe can your homunculus grab the key
It
from
can't
me?
fly.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it has wings. It can't fly.
Homunculus no fly.
No,
Oh,
it has wings. Does not have a fly speed.
don't
So.
worry. I too could not levitate
Oh no,
indefinitely
it does have
until
a fly
certain
speed, but
time.
the one that I created, I don't know if that technically has a fly speed. Can I just let it fly over and grab it? Is that okay, Charles?
If it doesn't fly, it doesn't fly.
No, it has a fly speed. I missed it on
You
the
missed
yeah, it's literally on the speeds. 20 feet speed, 40-foot fly.
Oh, you're right. Wow.
Yeah,
Alright.
it
Yeah,
it does. I literally missed it. I just sped read through it and I was like, "Oh no, wait. It does actually have a fly speed."
It's actually better at flying than walking. Yeah,
Yes,
so
it is.
after
It is
messing
like a
around
tiny
with the
winged creature.
after messing around with the key card, seeing if
Mhm.
it'll reach eventually, I guess homunculus is just I'm gonna
Yeah. You're just
pluck it
leaning
from my
as far out
fingers.
as possible, and the homunculus
Yeah.
just comes flapping over like, I'll take
Just
that.
twisting in the air.
Yeah,
Be
it's it's fine.
reach.
Yes. That. Okay. Well, it's gonna take it and bring it back to me, and then I'm gonna look back at Fontiev and use the card on the door. Because I'm here, and there's nothing Fontiev can do to stop us.
You're opening the door?
Yeah, the one directly in
Fontiev
front of me.
is going to casually stand behind Marvis as a shield.
Marvis is not here.
Well, his corporeal physicalness is still
Yeah.
on play.
He is not here.
I'm gonna lean to Kiff and say, by the way, I wasn't paying attention. Where are we?
That's in
Kiff
character
turns.
and in game.
Yeah.
Or I mean, out of game.
Kiff turns and says, and kind of shrugs and goes, "A laboratory?"
And you hear V just
Fair
go,
enough.
laboratory.
Kiff goes,
laboratory.
"Yes, that.
It's
yes."
pronounced laboratory.
Okay.
We don't know the accent you have, but that is not what we call it.
Could do this because I'm floating.
Okay, so you open the door, right?
Mhm.
It's a room. It has a lot of screens that let you view other hallways that you generally, but you can see yourself in one of them. But most of them.
We found the security room.
Yes.
Yeah. There also is there's some stuff on the desks as well. You could search the room if you want.
I would want. I do would want. Would that be investigation? Is that...
Yep. Roll investigation.
Okay, you got it. I have a plus 10 to that. Oh, I rolled a nat 20! 30.
Yeah.
I know
Okay.
everything in this room. I can tell you every piece of dust in this room.
There's a purple key. You find 100 gold in loose change. Definitely a ceramic mug.
Does it say world's best boss?
Well, I can't read it.
Does it say world's best boss again?
V might guess that. There's switches in the wall, and you were able to, because you were so intelligently investigating, you are able to confidently conclude that these switches specifically refer to basement 4.
Oh. Those 4 colors on the sides?
Yes.
Okay. So
They
they're...
all refer to the same floor of basement.
Okay, and they're color-coded switches?
Yes.
Interesting. As V looks across the cameras, what rooms are they like, are they seeing anyone else? Like, do they see Fontiev or Kiff and Thalia in any of these?
Yeah, you can see that there's an elevator view, there's a view of this hallway. There's a view of a hallway with 3 intersections, and you see a dark figure
Ooh.
across it.
3 intersections.
There's a view of a room with which appears to be a huge dark pit with a giant glowing blue cylinder in it.
Okay.
Excuse me, what?
See a lot of strange things that you can't quite make sense of just yet.
Okay. You said the only one that has like another figure is a trisection.
It looks like a walkway over a dark pit with 3 paths and a pillar in the middle, a big pillar in the middle.
Okay. 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 V is going to take... Pardon me. V is going to take the key as well as the 100 gold. The 100 gold they're going to pocket. So V has that on their own personal stash. And the purple key... Why does it say purple key dash legacy guards? Is that what it says on the purple key?
With your great intelligence, you can match that same word on the key with
To the
word
legacy room.
describing on the map to the legacy building.
Okay. Cool, thank you. I wasn't sure if that was... Yeah. You get a little mug. You take the mug. I am going to take the key and put it in the purse of many pockets, but I guess it can just be in the thing for now. I have the key.
Okay.
All right. And with that...
There is a series of kabooms that now you hear from the southwest.
Oh.
And you hear a big squawking of birds.
Oh. V shakes his head a little. Or their head. I keep gendering V as male, but, like, not really. Technically, V would be female, but doesn't matter. V shakes their head.
V is B.
Well, V is technically the queen bee. The queen bee's thoughts, at least. So, V is technically a feminine...
In the eyes of Kiff.
V is B. Yeah, V is B. But anyway, semantics. V is going to leave that door for now and come on out. But at least they know the red, pink, purple, and blue order. V's gonna look at Fontiev and say, well, this would go much faster if both of us looked indoors.
There's only one key.
We can trade off. If you stand at that door, V'll point to one of the 2 doors behind Fontiev, and we stand at that one. I can open one, or we can open one, and then we can hand the key to you.
Okay.
Wonderful. Choose your door. Pick your poison.
I wonder how I die today.
Which door are you going for?
I guess I'll go for this one.
Alrighty.
After all the screens in this trade room go dark after the explosion sound.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, this room has some stuff in it. This room appears to be some sort of supplies closet.
For the record, did we feel the explosion?
Yeah, it was a big boom. There was a series.
Do we know which direction it came from?
It came from where we just were.
Yeah.
The computer room?
No,
Actually,
where the
V,
bird was.
could you just roll
Oh, okay.
intelligence for me at this point, V?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Can you roll general intelligence?
Of course I can. I can sure try. Shouldn't have rolled
2
the
plus
one
2
with the
equals
7.
4. There you
Or
go.
with the 20. 12.
You're pretty sure that whatever Lydia did that wrecked the pump room probably also indirectly wrecked the power. This is the
Maybe.
power room. There's many shelves, many containers with labels you can't read. There's let's call it 3 crates of spare parts. And there's several rooms.
Rooms?
Brooms.
Oh, brooms. I was like, there's more rooms in this room? But you said baroom. With a B. Okay. What about the room across? We're gonna open every single door, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Charles.
No problem, that's how it works. Let's see. That room is going to have a machine in it which appears to be currently powered down.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a chair in front of the machine. And there's these tubes of liquid that are supposed to be... One of them is kind of pumping, and the other one's kind of struggling to be pumped.
Mm.
And there's several buttons and switches on there.
And you said they're struggling to be pumped?
Right. So we're gonna, without knowing anything, we're just going to call it a fluid extent.
Yeah, that's fine.
It has a bunch of controls and switches, and you can't read any of the labels. And it looks like whatever is being pumped here is not quite working as expected.
Well, that would make sense. Shall we continue on to the next 2 doors, Fontiev? I'm gonna look back. Are V and Thalia still waiting at the elevator? And what is Lydia doing?
Yeah, I don't like the fact that we have her sitting alone right now.
She's sitting right by the elevator with Thalia and Kiff. She's like, right there.
But she has hands and can do things.
Is
She's already
Lydia
blown up
going-
2 places. I don't think we should leave her alone.
You don't know about the second explosion.
No. And I immediately just like, I grab her by the cloak and just start dragging her this way. No.
Again, Lydia, if you do not wish to be cooperative, we can do exactly what was going to happen to you earlier. We have no issue ending you here and now. We do not like you. You are not trustworthy to us. We kept you alive solely because you gave us information. It was a fair trade. We can, at any time, decide if we do not need you anymore, which it seems we do not.
She takes a deep breath and she nods.
V walks to the next 2 doors.
And Fontiev just literally
You can
drags her
stay
by
with
the
Lydia.
cloak.
Yeah, you can stay with Lydia if you would like.
I'm
whichever one's
dragging
fine.
her near us because I don't
Okay.
want her anywhere near the elevator right now.
Okay, sounds good.
V opens this door, right?
Yeah.
This room appears to be some kind of... It looks like what you might call an archery range. So, or a weapon.
Like a weapons range.
And there is a weapon rack. Most of it is empty, except that there is one very shiny looking bow there.
Okay.
Shiny bow. Perchance. V, can you identify this by some capacity or anything?
We don't have identify.
Damn it, who has identify here?
No one.
Is there-
We've
no
gone
one-
every single time we've gone over this. Not a
I keep
single
forgetting that
person here
Maggie's
has
not here. I'm sorry.
I can have identify. It was not on my first level spells, so I didn't take it. Next long rest we have, I will be switching to identify.
Okay, well,
I just haven't
guess...
had a long rest since that discussion. I
We're
don't
Okay, I
learning how
get-
to artificers work. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't on my wasn't on my spell list for some reason. I must
Yeah.
have like jumped past it or something in
fine.
I'm just
my
gonna
app.
say
Yeah.
the
Yeah, and I was
class
mid
is about
battle.
magic items. Can't identify magic items. Bullshit.
We don't need to identify magic items. We make them. We already have identified them by building them.
Okay. So, regardless of which, I think we're just gonna jam the shiny bow into the bag of holding for now.
The
Until we
shiny
know
bow?
what do. Until we know what do.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going in the bag of
Okay,
holding.
so who grabs it? Fontiev?
I am going to pick up I'm gonna pick up I have like the spare sword that I never use, so I'm gonna use that to kind of just very carefully pick it up off the wall and just to go put it into a bag.
Okay. You're not cursed that you know of.
You're not some type of cursed yet. Yet.
Okay.
Not that you know of.
Right, exactly.
That's why I did not want to directly touch it.
You're
we
like,
have
I know how this works.
we have noticed that every time, or has V noticed that every time someone touches something, they seem to lose some type of control.
Lose some type of control.
Like, very specifically Kiff, I think it had that tail issue, as well as I thought Yllaxis had something happen to her as well, or
Is Kiff
it was something.
waiting in the elevator right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Griff is still there.
If you feel your right leg suddenly try to take a step.
that's what it is, yeah.
Griff says, no leg, bad leg.
And this is why I did not touch the bow.
I also want to say, as V and Fontiev have been investigating things in rooms, Talia's just been kind of spinning in the air, and will try to ask Kiff where he gets his inspiration for his art. That's it. That's how I'm spending the time.
Okay.
From everything. Griff points to the button. From button. Griff points to, oh god, what's your flail's name again? I'm sorry.
Babette.
From Babette. Griff, takes out some meat from Good Eats. From everything. If Kiff ever get to, and then he yells out into the hallway, ride the no stairs stairs, then Kiff will write a song about that.
It's like levitating.
Kiff kind of shrugs.
I look forward to hearing your No Stairs Stairs song. If you ever get to ride the No Stairs Stairs.
Me too. Thanks, friend.
You're welcome. Friend.
Ugh.
Kiff lets out a little smirk.
Oh, okay. Just the last couple rooms, and then I think we're ready to go up the stairs, finally.
Okay, so V is now opening the room to his left.
Yes.
This is the tools room. There's tools all over. You can
Ooh.
see many different kinds of tools.
Ooh.
I'll make a list of them.
Bees never leave that room.
Tools, let's see. So there's going to be, crafting tools like, wrench, screwdrivers, stuff like that. There's going to be microscopes. There's going to be forceps. There's going to be saws. There's going to be man, I'm not familiar with tools. Yeah, there's a lot of tools in there.
Are you looking? What kind of tools are you trying to be familiar with? Because we kind of have a tools expert. He sits right next to me.
Well, it's going to be tools used in crafting things as well as tools used in handling dangerous substances.
Matt? Well, dangerous substances would be like forceps and thick gloves, like leather gloves.
They
and
have
like,
those like long,
yeah, the big
tongy, like
forceps.
beaker holders.
Yeah, forceps.
Those are also forceps?
Yeah, the ones that have like they're like scissors on the back end and they clamp closed, or not clamp, but they like I'm like
yeah.
90% sure those are called forceps.
so.
There's like welding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way,
No, they're not forceps, but they're like beaker forceps basically.
You hear some kind of announcement. It could be a recorded announcement in the gun language, and there's some flickering lights, dim flickering lights on this floor.
Are we going to go downstairs anytime soon?
You should go now, quickly. Let's go. Let's go. He's gonna turn away from the tools. Kind of just walk away. And yeah.
Does that mean you can push the button?
He gives a little nod.
Yes.
It's gonna look to Kiff.
Third floor, third basement, third down.
Okay, V. CV and B3. And then Kiff presses the button.
Okay, so Kiff presses the button, and him and Thalia are in there, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you start sliding down. On the second floor, you pass down. There's a humming noise. It's kind of a jerky ride. It's a bumpy ride. On the second floor, you pass what appears to be many skeletons wedged into the doorway.
Are they moving, or are they like dead?
They're definitely long dead, but as you go by, the elevator kind of crunches and snaps off a bunch of the bones, and you hear them clattering down into some void below you.
Oops.
And then it stops before another door that has that same number 3 on it. It goes ka-chunk.
I'm just gonna try to mimic the sound of the bones snapping as we go by.
And you hear an eerie whistling of wind beyond the door.
Probably gonna take them a
mimic
while.
that sound.
Thalia's in there like, woo.
Kiff says, if we underground, how there wind?
The door slowly opens. It's quite dark in here. But Thalia has not only dark vision, but the
He
devil's
has
sight.
the darkest vision.
Better than devil's sight. So she can see
120 feet.
Right, so you can see to like almost halfway across the other far paths. So this is a suspended walkway with guardrails over a dark pit of some kind. Kind of like this.
Okay. And I don't see any like beings or things. It just looks like
Why don't you roll perception?
Okay. Oh boy. We go. Oh no, 2 dice are on 20. That sounds bad. Oh, 14.
You feel like you can hear that wind a little louder. You feel like it's coming from the northeast path.
Which path is that? Okay. So I'll point. I'll be like to Kiff. I'll be like, the wind is coming from that way. That way.
You can also see a faint glowing light coming from the crack in the door to the southeast.
And then
Let
there's
us
some light from that way.
let us know when the three of, or the two of us have made it down the, well, two of us and also Bubbles and also a homunculus have made it down the stairs to the third floor basement or whatever.
Okay, so Bubbles and everybody else is going down the stairs. So they go down the stairs.
I
and
like
they
that
find
Bubbles goes first. Continue.
the second floor. the second basement. Let me speak accurately. And the stairs seem to stop there. Although there is a big pile of bones up near where the elevator shaft is.
Oh, and it says you said it ends there.
The stairs seem to end there, although there are several other doors.
Okay.
Actually, there's more. I'm gonna draw for it.
V's gonna kind of look over at Fontiev and say, Fontiev, we need to find a way down those stairs.
You mean the elevator shaft?
I mean the just down to the 3rd floor.
So we can't get through the stairs at all.
We went down the stairs to the 2nd floor. We need to go one
Okay.
more down.
Lydia
There are
says,
no more stairs.
I remember being here before. I think there was more stairs if we go to the east.
Are you
Fontiev is-
100% sure?
You're asking Lydia?
Yeah.
She says, well, my memory hasn't been good since I got here. I mean, I think you said the same thing, didn't you?
Yes. We do not have time for guessing games.
I have a suggestion.
Fontiev, please. Yes.
I could just kind of hover us down through the elevator shaft if we want to.
If you do that, you'll have to figure out if we can get down to where Kiff and Thalia are. Wouldn't the elevator block our way?
When that was up there, did we happen to notice that there was like an emergency hatch in there?
Hatch in the elevator?
In the
No.
elevator.
Yeah, it's actually a safety requirement that any elevator has to have like a safety hatch.
Regardless, that would be on the top.
Yeah, where
which we'd
you're
be
below
flying
us.
down to.
Yeah. We'd be flying
we'd
down
be
to
flying
that.
down
yeah,
to
that's-
open it up.
yes,
Yeah.
That's true.
But regardless, if it doesn't have one, it doesn't have one.
Thalia, with her excellent vision, can now see some sort of dark, like a giant-sized dark figure, very slowly walking.
Yeah, we
Got
need to get down there now.
Has anyone seen my keys?
As Fontiev's just staring at the elevator, V's gonna start opening doors.
Something's coming this way.
Okay. So what is Fontiev doing?
Fontiev. So you're just gonna open doors down here. Do you actually want me to go try to fly down to the elevator?
If you can find a shaft, if you see that down there is a shaft, then please let us know. If you do not see an elevator shaft or a way to get through the elevator, we need to find a door.
Okay,
We will start looking for a door while you decide whether or not there's a safe way to get down.
Okay. So Fontiev is gonna go back to the elevator shaft, and I have dark vision, and I can kind of just float down. Do I see if there's
the
like
door is closed on the elevator shaft.
there's no way for me to pry it open?
What tool would you like to use to pry it open?
I have a tool for this. His name is Marvis. I just don't know if his computer is finished updating or not.
Marvis.exe stopped working.
Yeah. He blue screened for a bit.
He got a bug.
He's currently blue screened. He's got the sad face on the screen
Yeah,
right now.
It's the blue screen with the one sad face. Yeah.
Yeah. Marvis exe could not start.
Yeah, cannot.
Please try again and reboot.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking. Let me just poke Roldan to see how he's going.
Yeah. Okay, so Fontiev's fiddling around there. What is
I'm opening doors. V is opening doors.
Okay.
Yeah. Looking for a way to go down.
Okay, so V's opening doors. So I assume we begin with this one here.
Yes. Sure, whichever one that was.
This one, there is a big it's kind of like a big gash in the floor here. There must have been something in this room, but it whatever it was violently exploded. And there's a big gash leading into a dark void, but you can distantly see a big glowing blue light far below.
Okay. Roldan says he'll be there. He'll be here in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, he's invited to play if he wants.
The glowing blue light. The glowing blue light Would V recognize it as the one they saw in the monitor? Similar hue.
Monitor.
Yeah, upstairs in the security monitors, V
yeah,
saw a room that had a hole in the floor, and saw the tri split hallway with the blue light in it.
Yes. Well, yeah. So on one of the monitors, you had seen this blue cylinder. Yes. You can vaguely see in front of it there is some sort of walkway.
Okay.
It does. You don't.
Oh, there's a robot.
So V is gonna call to Fontiev. Fontiev, it seems that we could get down this way. It looks like a relatively far fall, though.
Okay, I'm coming back down, I guess.
Technically,
Wait.
you'd be coming up.
But done.
It's true.
The dark shape gets closer to Thalia and Kiff.
Yeah.
I'm going to I guess as I saw it, sorry, I want to say, state for the record, as I see it coming around the corner, I would just reach down with like the kind of baton end of Babsy and ask Kiff to grab on and kind of just like walk us into I assume the door of the elevator doesn't take up the entire front part of it. So somewhere that's a little out of like to the side, out of direct line of sight.
Okay,
If
so you
Kiff
guys want
consents.
to be like hugging the wall there.
I think so, like in a corner. Yeah.
Kiff definitely concurs.
And I will I assume that at some point, either on our way down or before we went down, I had to refresh. Levitate, so just whatever I had to do to refresh it, I did.
Okay. Okay, so what is Fontiev and V doing? And
We would like to go down if there's any way to do so.
So you wanted to jump into the darkness?
Well, Fontiev has a broom.
Okay.
So,
you put on this?
Okay, for the just quick knowledge check here. Does V have dark vision?
No.
Okay. Fontiev just like stares into the hole. What do I see down the hole?
You see a deep and wide black gulf, which is definitely deeper than your dark vision goes. And in the distance, you can see a glowing blue cylinder with you can see a faint impression of a little walkway around it.
Okay. So, looking around the room, do I see like any books?
The exploded room?
Yeah, like anything, like stacks of paper or like anything that's like kind of
you can
bound together.
Put a bookshelf in there.
I look at the bookshelf. Is there anything that looks particularly useless?
There's a lot of books written in a language you can't read.
Pick a good one.
I'm just gonna pick a random book, and then I'm gonna use that flint to light it on fire and just throw it down the hole.
Okay, so you light it on fire and throw it down the hole. And you listen, and then after about a minute, you hear a faint sploosh.
So there's water down there, and it extinguishes then.
That you can assume that if you want.
Do I still see the glow?
The fire? You don't
Yeah.
see the fire. You still see the blue thing, yeah.
So there's some kind of liquid down there. So I'm just gonna stare at V like, okay, there's definitely some kind of liquid down there. What are your thoughts? Because I feel like jumping into that might be semi-suicide.
We don't think we should jump into it. You should ride your broom down there and make sure that Kiff and Thalia are okay. We saw on the security monitor a faint dark figure down on something that looked like those bridges over a large chasm. They could be in danger.
Okay. For the record, do you have light cantrip?
No.
Damn it, why does no one ever have the freaking light cantrip?
Well,
Sorry.
I do have
Lydia. Lydia, do you have the light cantrip?
Lydia, she says, well, yes.
I'm gonna pull out an arrow. Light it
She
up.
had been fiddling with this door over here.
Yeah, here, like I tell her, like light the arrow up.
Okay.
While she's lighting the door or lighting the arrow, V is gonna go and open that door and then stand by it.
Okay. So she does that. In this room, there's a lot of kind of scuff marks and explosions and dried blood stains, and obviously the sound is the evidence of a fierce battle. And then there is a table with a shiny object on it,
If
and a lot of books and papers.
wonderful. If V gets close to it, what does the shiny object look like?
It looks like a little cylinder with a switch, and I'll kind of draw it. It looks like this.
Ah,
It fits in your hand.
got it. At this point, why not? V's gonna pick it up.
Why would you do it with your bare hands?
I don't have anything else to pick it up with. It fits in our hand. Why wouldn't I pick it up with my hand?
I would have used like 2 books to kind of grab it.
We are not that cautious.
Okay. So what are people doing? What is anyone doing?
Fontiev is going to take the light arrow cantrip, the arrow light cantrip arrow, and he's gonna put it right next to the glowy sphere orb, just to kind of get a bit of a better lighting situation down there.
The blue glow, I think it wasn't a cylinder.
So you're just gonna kind of shoot an arrow down there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm shooting it near it, like kind of like maybe like 5 or 10-ish feet, like away from where it might be.
So it's like a big glowy thing. It's like similar to that. There's a catwalk that goes to the north, to the northeast, and to the east. And then there's a bunch of special controls at this big machine here with the glowing blue cylinder.
Okay, what about the splooshy bits? Can I tell if it's wet down there?
So you're assuming like the arrow will hit that and then bounce off and fall down? Okay, that's fair to assume. It's very far and hard to see, but it does seem like either water or something that looks like water.
Okay, so below the catwalk, there's like water down below it.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys are safe here. Okay, on that note, I'm going to take another book, and I'm going to toss it towards the catwalk.
So while they're doing all those things, this guy starts getting a little closer to the elevator. And where did I go? The door over here opens up, and a couple of these guys come in. They haven't seen the party, but they're kind of looking around.
Sarah,
Okay,
we can't hear you.
what are
You're
doing with
on
the
mute.
second book, bro?
Awkward. Does Fontiev see those guys or no?
No.
Luminous.
Well, so far we've established that this is an entirely separate catwalk so far.
We did not establish this. I thought it was the same.
So
I mean,
trying to give you more information.
No, that's okay. You don't need to give me any more information if you don't want to. If you want to, you can, but that was my own mistake. I apologize.
Contextually, would Thalia and Kiff have seen both a burning book fall through the darkness and a light arrow fall through the darkness from where they are?
If they did, it was so far away they couldn't really see it.
Yeah.
I don't think they saw that particularly.
Okay, I thought they were the same because I thought the pillar was that light part, but I am mistaken. That was my
that's
bad.
why I was saying. Like, I feel like you mentioned that was.
Begin to hear a howling wind noise as this thing gets closer.
Kiff does?
Yep, Thalia and Kiff. And Kiff's tail and legs start to move and twitch uncontrollably.
Kiff turns to Thalia and whispers, "No stairs?
We go back up.
Yes."
Push the button.
And Kiff will very jitterily push the button back up to, what do you think, 1 or basement?
I think we can do. We're on B3, right? We can do B2
On B3.
first.
Okay, B2. B2 it
Because we'll
is.
see where they got, and I'll just make sure both with my devil sight and seeing maybe seeing, I don't know how, if I'm seeing that Kiff's a little jittery, just make sure he presses the right button. Because I'm like floating upside down above his head.
Okay. You make sure that he does in fact press the right button. However, when he presses the button, there's a big spark from the button panel, and after that, nothing happens.
Kiff says, "Oh, big bad, big bad."
I'm gonna push B1 just to see what happens.
This time, there's not even any spark. Nothing happens. What are Fontiev and friends doing?
V is continuing to check all the doors, getting slightly more frantic.
Okay. So V took the item off the table, right? Okay.
Yes, sorry.
So Lydia goes with you. Yeah, okay. So the next door over here, you see a huge machine with all kinds of weird controls. There's lots of input and output cylinders and containers, and you see what appears to be. Oh, man, there's no rabbit feed. Anyway, there's a rabbit in. There's two rabbits in the left glass case here. So there's a lot of glass cases with doors, in one of which is two rabbits.
Okay. V sees all of the mechanical items, or mechanical, correct? As well as scientific.
Yeah, it seems like a very complex machine here.
Good.
And it does seem to be powered. You also see some dried bloodstains on the floor.
V is going to come back out of the door, close it. Is it a locked one with the key?
All of these are locked with the laboratory key.
Great. V is going to lock it again and leave Bubbles at the front, commanding Bubbles to murder anyone who tries to open the door. Done and done. Gonna go to the next door.
Okay, the next door. Let's see, this one. Okay. Yep. Okay, the next door. The next door.
Whoa.
There's some sort of either it's fungus or something that's growing all over all the walls, and it immediately smells bad and stings V's eyes, or at least the eyes of his bugs.
The hole.
He opens the door. It's something very slimy, and it looks like a growth of some kind over all the walls. And it's like there was some tables and chairs, but they're just covered with this stuff.
He is also gonna close and lock that door.
Empty
Okay.
chairs and empty tables.
Oh, boo. Good job.
Thank you. And sing, so.
Oh, I didn't realize there's two more doors. But yeah, this door on the far side.
Okay.
Just tell me how many doors I get to until the next thing happens.
Big place.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So this door, there is. Let's see. Okay. So there is a table with a wand on it.
Whoa. That's tempting.
There is also several quivers of arrows onto the wall, and there's some stairs going up.
Ah. And V's just gonna yell, "Stairs! Stairs! We found stairs!"
They go up only.
Oh, awkward. I didn't... my brain thought up was the correct way.
Also,
Never mind. V turns back around and locks the door.
Okay, is Fontiev doing anything during this time?
did we ever open up this door over here?
Which is this door?
There is a huge
No.
pile of guns in front of it. Is that okay with you?
There's big boy bones.
You'll have to start sorting. You were pushing around the bones.
At first, I thought you said a huge pile of guns. I'm like,
yeah, I thought that,
whoa.
like, I'm sorry?
I also kind of heard that, and I was like, gunpowder? What?
A big
Don't you
big
think
pile
I'm
of
like,
them
I-
gun
ladies
bones.
and gentlemen, I think we saved the world.
Gun bones. You know, the bones of a gun, not the whole gun, just its bones. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, because, like, I don't know what to do over here. What is your plan? Do we want to try to go back to my plan of pry door open and fly down?
There is no door. We're unsure as to what door you're talking about.
Okay, Sarah, for the love of God.
No, seriously.
The elevator door, pry it open, fly down to elevator, open up emergency hatch if it exists.
I thought the door was open and it didn't have a hatch.
No, the
door
elevator
shut?
door was shut, which I needed Marvis to pry it open, but
Oh, yeah,
Hilton
then pry
wasn't
it
on
open.
yet.
Yeah, then pry.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely pry it open.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
and while you do that, I'm gonna go to the last door. I'm
Okay.
relocking these doors over here, just so you know.
Okay. Marvis, would you like to rip a door off its hinges?
Sure.
Okay. So me and
Let's
Marvis are gonna go upstairs to the elevator door.
Oh, you're gonna go upstairs. Okay.
Oh, you're going to that door? I thought the door with the bone pile was the elevator, but maybe not.
Oh, is it not? I'm very
I don't
confused
know.
right now.
I
Oh,
don't know.
I'm at this door, but okay.
think
I
you
wouldn't
just
know that
go
in
into
character.
Whatever is the closest. Oh, I saw Grace down here. Closest elevator doors.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna go up here and rip this door off its hinges, I guess.
Okay, so that's gonna take a little bit. While that's happening, this guy is gonna continuously approach. Oh, that's a little too far. Where Kiff and Thalia are, and no one has necessarily done anything violent or aggressive, nor tried to talk. But you just start to hear a very howling, windy noise, and Thalia and Kiff, please, you feel yourself pulled, in fact, towards this large, dark being. And you feel very cold. In fact, you feel so cold you're going to take 5 cold damage each.
And then the lights flip on and turns out it's just a Walmart greeter, and we're just in the welcome reception area for Walmart.
Hi, Kip, what would you like to do while Fontiev and Marvis are sitting around?
Kiff, shivering, turns to Thalia and says, Kiff, light up. Babette do what Babette do.
Okay. Would you like to?
Go ahead.
I don't know. You can go.
Kiff is going to mutter a little bit to himself, a little tune, and cast Fairy Fire.
Very interesting. Okay.
I am drawing a line as to the 20-foot cube.
Are you trying to cast it on this dark being?
So it's a 20-foot cube within range. So each object within that range is outlined, and any creature is outlined if it fails a dex save.
Okay. Bean time.
Bean.
This creature is outlined. So does that mean you're kind of looking at it and you're meeting its gaze?
So I do not have to target it because it is an area of effect.
Right. Do you want to specifically not look, or do you want to look?
I mean, I want to look at the hallway because I have to cast within that area, I guess. So
So this guy does not appreciate that, so he's going to tell you to roll initiative.
Yeah. Should we all roll initiative? Just so that, like...
Yeah, you can all roll initiative.
That we're doing stuff upstairs while downstairs is also doing stuff.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming.
Yeah.
that's
You have advantage, too.
24.
You rolled with
Kiff.
advantage?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah, I
have the
forgot
helmet on.
I always forget about that helmet.
That's literally my job, is to remind you of stuff. Like this.
The 24 was still the best. So
23.
4.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, it's great. So great.
What about Fontiev?
Ick.
Did I hear you say 6?
Did you say thick or 6? Because I heard
I didn't say anything.
thick. Okay.
I
I'm-
heard 6.
What's your initiative?
He's like,
I give me 1 second. I'm just looking to see. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So
Anyway, so I'll
23.
You
Okay.
can cast that for free, so
You and me are twins.
because this guy did not expect you to attack him.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard from Marvis, but I guess he'll chime in.
13.
13. Okay. So Kiff, you cast that, and then this thing, it kind of like hesitates for a second. And as you look at it, you can see that It's strange to look at because when you look at it, it's like you're looking at some distant stars. It's like you stop looking at the room around you and you start looking at distant stars far away when you're looking at this thing. And it feels very cold.
Whoa.
And it feels like it's pulling you forward. So please make a strength save to hold on and not be pulled closer.
Oh. Bad. 5.
Okay, Hith is pulled right up close to this thing, and it's almost as though you're on the edge of your entire world or the universe. It's extremely cold. You can now tell the air is rushing in towards these distant stars, and you're going to take 20 cold damage. And it's hard. It's hard. You're not suffocating, but it's hard to breathe right there.
Okay.
Now, what would you like to do with your action?
We are going to attack 4 times. 2 will be sharpshooter.
Okay. So since this is close range, disadvantage.
But fairy fire, so
Very good point. Exactly. There you go.
cancels. Holy shit, was that bad? So the 2 sharpshooters are out.
Okay.
Any lucky?
No, burned it. Stand by.
Where is V right now?
7 plus 13.
V is upstairs by the.
I'm just gonna.
By the
Was he
far
looking in
room.
the east room here, or was he out of there?
No, he locked all that room's door.
Dirty 20 and a 24
To hit?
to hit, correct.
The 24 hits. The first shots you find they almost missed because the one you shot, it just kind of flew out into the stars as though it is going through a portal. But the ones that hit kind of hit on the edge of this monster.
Okay.
I found the danger portal.
That's going to be one of my magic arrow charges. That's going to be a pushing arrow.
Okay.
10 feet other way, please.
It's pushed. What would Kith like to do now?
What?
Oh, sorry, because you failed the strength save, you can't move. Oh, I completely forgot about something. Yeah. So you're being pulled forward, and you find you can't stay where you are. How do I do this? Yeah, if you want to go the opposite way, you'll have to do it the strength check.
Okay. What was our ruling about action surge attacks? Do I get all the attacks again, or is it just one?
All the attacks again.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We'll make just one sharpshooter this time. Holy shit, I'm rolling terribly. 23 hit?
23 hits.
Okay, that'll be 2 hits then.
Wait,
I'll
did you
make-
roll advantage because it's fairy fired?
Oh, that's right. I'm out of disadvantage range again. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So let me roll them all again. Okay, so 23 and a 27. The other 2 were lower.
Yeah, it has 22 AC, so the 23 and 27 hit.
Okay, copy
This
that.
is not easy to target. So yeah, V is on the second B2, right? And V is looking at the growth room. While Kith calculates damage.
Yeah, we're going to do a one more pushing arrow, and then one of my. It's like, I rarely ever use it. Grasping arrows.
Interesting.
Okay, so let me just get all the damage here. 6, D6 from the magic effects. Feel free to do other stuff while I.
Yeah, where is V? Is V in like the fungus room?
No,
Sarah, are
V.
you on mute
No,
again?
yeah, no. V is outside all of the rooms. V locked every single door.
Okay,
V-
where's V?
V is literally in the middle of the 3 rooms
Okay.
in the hallway. Yeah,
Okay.
V has been there. I don't know why I was moved.
Okay, my
I
fault.
stayed here. It was like there. It's Fontiev's turn, correct? We both got 23.
As soon as
Yeah.
Kip's done calculating damage, yeah.
Well, I can't. All I can do is just kind of stand there right now because I'm waiting for Marvis to pry a door open.
Okay.
It's literally all I can do.
Oh god, don't trust me on rolls tonight. 21 plus 18 is 39 damage.
Okay. It takes it. So, right.
And reminder to anyone else that it is still fairy fired.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all Kiff can do.
Fairy Fire, does you have advantage?
Correct.
Thank you.
And V's turn. Oh no, it's not V's turn. It's the flesh heart. So the flesh heart is currently stuck in Kiff's leg. So it is going to sprout a little arm on Kiff and a little face on Kiff's leg and begin screaming. And
Just screaming.
begin screaming and trying to get out. And picking up process. How does this work?
That's horrible. I love it.
Yeah, so he feels like he's lost control of his right leg and his tail, and that it's growing an arm and a face.
Wait, his arm and his tail are growing an arm and a face? I'm very confused. What?
Yeah, that's its action.
Flesh horror.
Yes.
Thing growing out of his body.
There's a little. He's got a growth. He's got a.
Oh boy.
It's not malignant.
I don't know. I think it's pretty malignant.
I would call that malignant.
Oh, am I thinking of the wrong word?
You're thinking benign.
Benign. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. It is malignant. You're correct.
What does V want to do? Or should we take a break?
It is past
If possible,
9, by the
could
way.
we take a break? My wrist is killing me, and I need to get
Would
my
love
wrist
to
brace.
go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we can
As
come
do
back
I.
for V. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Alrighty, it is a break time.
Break time.
V is turning down the happy tavern music that we have playing right now and turning back on the weird testing chamber sounds. That's what V's doing.
But it means the same thing.
I'd like to imagine that Marvis, for some odd reason, is the bartender.
I could see it. Alright, so I'm going to... All these doors are locked. This is the only door we haven't been to. He's gonna start making his way over there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25... I think I'm a 30-foot speed. Nope, only 25. And then I'll just dash 5. 25. That's all I can do for now. And, Bubbles has been commanded to attack anyone who tries to open doors. That are open very specifically the door that he is in front of, but the other 3 in this corridor are locked. V locked them as they left. But, yeah. That's it.
Fontiev. And Fontiev, are you just waiting?
Yeah, I can't do anything until Marvis pries the door open, so I have to wait.
Are you helping him pry the door open?
I can try,
Okay.
and that's like the plan right now. I can't do anything until Marvis helps me pry the door open, so...
This guy's going to walk right up to Kiff and use his only action to try and grab Kiff and throw him into the void using athletics. And that's a 23 athletics.
It's a check against me, right?
You can roll athletics or acrobatics. Are you using the bean die?
Bean die have been fucking. What's a pop if I don't stop? I don't know. I'm scared. Bean die is my comfort die. Yeah, look at me.
It can't betray you again, right?
Oh, it can.
Thankfully, they did not. That's a grand total of 28
28. Holy shit.
acrobatics. Because of the bard, jack of all trades, I got expertise, and I picked the one thing I'm really, really good at, acrobatics.
Kiff dodges this arm of pure portalness, and he does not get swept into the web.
Kiff says, nope.
Marvis. Is Marvis with us?
Yep.
Fontiev apparently wants you to open this door.
I'll try to open the door.
How are you doing that?
It's like an elevator door, so
Stick your fingers
I
into
will go into a rage and then try to rip it open.
it? Okay. Roll athletics.
1 second. That is a dirty 20.
Okay, you've ripped the door open permanently. You can see into the elevator shaft. There's a big wheel above, and there are some cables hanging down. And you can see, you can look down, you can see some stuff. You can see the top of the elevator with the hatch on. You can see the car, that is. You can see a pile of bones dangling out from the edge on the second basement.
Okay, I'll try to jump and grab these rope cable things and try to go down.
Okay. What skill is this? I guess that's athletics. So yeah.
I believe
roll-
it's the Yeehaw skill.
Yeah, so you're gonna definitely do it. Do you need to roll for this? I guess you don't need to roll for it. Are you trying to land violently or gracefully or what?
Not violently, but loud enough that they know something big is on top.
Okay. Roll acrobatics. This is a good opportunity for pure acrobatics.
Acrobatics is a 9.
There's
oh
a big
no.
there's a big bonk, and the top of the elevator smashes open. The car swings around. Marvis lands. He doesn't take damage, but he does land there. And the elevator is swinging. It looks like some of the cords are breaking a little bit. From the point of view of Fontiev, some of the cords are breaking.
I'm just like, holy shit.
Marvis, you could probably try to do an attack or something else if you wanted to.
Okay, I will.
Technically, you barely moved
Go.
used any movement, so you should have most of your movement still.
Are you trying to get right up in this guy's face?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
It's going to give you 20 cold damage for getting up close to it.
That's fine. Alright, I will attack it. That is a 24 to hit.
Yep. Hits.
That's 17 damage on the first attack.
Yep.
Second attack is 25 to hit.
Also hit. I'm going to call opening the door your first attack.
That is 15 damage.
Okay. It's easy to hit the edges now that you have the fairy fire on top of it. And it begins to flake off little particles of this portal as you hit it on the edge. And it's Talia's turn.
Okay, so we got the void thing in front of us, and we got there's a creature coming.
Hasn't looked around the corner yet. Does she want to look around the corner?
I mean, I'll peek around, yeah.
Okay, you can see, first of all, I am going to give you 5 more cold damage as this guy's sucking all the heat from the room. Then you can see a couple of those luminous guys just sort of hiding behind that big pillar at the center of the room.
Luminous guys like what we fought earlier?
Yeah, they look very similar to what you saw earlier.
Okay. Gotcha. So luminous folks back there. We got this void thing in front of us, and then there's a fleshy thing coming out of Kiff's leg.
Kiff, well, something's going on with Kiff's leg. It seems as though he's not doing so hot with
Where's
it.
Kiff? I can't see his little figure.
Well, yeah, where is Kiff's figure? Oh,
there
it's
he is.
under
He's
it's under
like
Marvis.
under Marvis.
A little screaming face and arm appear.
Precisely where he
Hey.
should be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Open. I had all the time to think about this, and I'm still thinking about it. You know, I'm just really unsettled by that little face coming out of Kiff's leg. So, how is it sticking out enough where I could like feasibly attack it?
It's looks like it's part of Kiff's body, but you could certainly attack it.
Like it might hurt Kiff if I attack
It look, like at the very least, it looks like they're sharing the same blood currently.
Oh dear, conjoined twin.
Oh boy. Quail. Alright. I guess instead I'm just gonna I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the Void monster
Okay.
in front of me. So that's a wisdom saving throw.
And that's a fail?
Okay, and then it takes 3d12, which I'm gonna roll
A lot of d12s.
in a second. Is this a d12? It's a D12.
Yeah, I think the bean dice are the best d20s.
They look like a d20, but not.
Oh, I have
One day I will
have
have
a
real
little,
bean die.
Yeah.
have a little like aurora of dice here. They betrayed me. 11 necrotic damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the bean die next time. And I think I'm gonna move on back. So levitating, I can't like float horizontally or whatever, but how far away is the ceiling from where I am right now?
The ceiling is, let's call it 10 feet high.
Okay.
From where you are now, I thought you were touching the sun. Gently touching.
Oh, that's totally fine. Yeah. So I'm just I was already kind of floating upside down and like poking my head out sideways, but I'm just gonna put my feet on the ceiling and I'm gonna walk on away from that because I have this shoes of spider climbing. So we're gonna go like to this back corner. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. I think I can make it here.
Okay.
I don't want to be cold. And I'm hanging upside down from the ceiling and still levitating, being like,
Okay. That's
yeah.
fine. These guys, they're gonna move up. We're gonna go probably like here. Who can they see? I don't think they can see Thalia. That would be hard to see. They're gonna kind of like lean out and do like a side saddle, a couple shots. They're gonna try to cast Hypnotic Pattern on Marvis first. So Marvis and Kiff, please make wisdom saves, unless you're immune to charm.
I think a raging Marvis is, but I don't know if
Yeah, I
it's
think Marvis is immune to charm.
Not Kiff.
Okay.
But Kiff
That's
is
an 11.
Kiff is Kiff. Why would Kiff ever be charmed?
Kiff is starting to experience an unfortunate series of status effects here. Okay.
Oh yeah, Kiff's not doing good.
These guys are gonna each shoot a radiant beam, one towards Kiff, one towards Marvis, and they completely miss both of them. How about that? And they're just gonna chill out there. Alright. This guy never hit anything. Okay. It is Lydia's turn. Where are we here? Where's V? V,
We're over here.
V is over there. V begins to hear a screaming sound, but he doesn't see anything. Lydia runs over and she says, "May I open this door for you? I think this is the right way."
No, you may not.
She blinks and turns and she nods. She waits patient. Okay. It is Kiff's turn.
Yes.
Kiff immediately feels all the wind rushing into the void. So please make a strength save with disadvantage now because of the misbehaving legs.
How cheeky to call them misbehaving.
Yes.
Oh, with disadvantage, that definitely fails with a 5.
Okay. So Kiff is pulled into some place that is very dark. I draw.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Saving throw.
Saving throw.
12. Probably the same thing.
Yes. Can I? Okay. Anyway, Kiff is pulled into a place that is very dark, and he finds that first of all he can't breathe, and he's very cold, and second of all he feels like his body is kind of exploding because there's no air pressure either. So please take 15 cold damage and 15 force damage. I'm gonna say that gets rid of the hypnotic effect because you're not in the area anymore.
Fair.
So you can see the way out as kind of this portal in the shape of vaguely humanoid shape, about 30 feet away from you. And you're
Alright.
kind of floating, but the problem is there's not too much to push off of.
So you're inside of this guy right now?
It looks as though this guy is a doorway to a very far away, very dark and empty place.
So we can't see Kiff?
You can see Kiff. It's like it's almost like he's fallen into a hole, if that makes any sense.
Guys, it's full of stars.
Yeah, you can see distant stars. Try to draw something up here. Yeah. So, does Kiff want to try any actions?
Doesn't Kiff have working wings at this point?
They're not
No, they're
wings.
gliders.
But Kiff has been wanting to try this for a while, and so he's going to see how this works. Kiff is going to cast Warding Wind.
That's pretty cool. How does that work?
A strong wind, 20 miles an hour, blows around you in a 10-foot radius and moves with you, remaining centered on you. The wind lasts for the spell's duration. It deafens other creatures in the area, extinguishes unprotected flames, hedges out vapor, gas, fog, difficult terrain for anyone else, and ranged weapons have disadvantage in the area. So what Kiff is kind of thinking is, with the warding wind and some careful bugwing maneuvering, he might be able to push himself in the right direction.
That's a really cool idea. So you can roll your choice of Arcana or Acrobatics to try to do that.
That's a pretty easy choice for me.
So I'm going to call him 30 feet from the portal right now.
18 plus 15, 20, 33.
33? Wow.
Yes.
All right. Kiff comes out over here. He's back in the... well, I don't know if this is the normal world, but he's back in the world they were in before.
Kiff goes,
The quote-unquote normal world.
Right.
Back in Kiff land.
And at that point, unfortunately, the thing on his leg grows multiple arms, and it's going to go ahead and try to scratch and chomp at Kiff's leg to try to free itself. And it's unfortunately start dealing some damage. It's going to deal 18 piercing damage to Kiff as it kind of tries to like rip Kiff's leg up because it believes that it is Kiff's leg. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's not pleasant. It's kind of horrific.
I would assume so.
And it is V's turn.
All right. B is going to call Bubbles away from the door. And he's going to move, 5, 10, 25, 30. Bubbles is 40 feet.
You heard the bonk of Marvis falling from the elevator down the hall.
The elevator upstairs. Oh, you mean I hear it down there, though. Okay. Okay. I'd like to open the door.
Okay, you open the door. You see a hallway lined with pictures or paintings of Gand at various events and ceremonies.
And I'm gonna say to Lydia, this leads downstairs, correct? That's what you said you believe.
She says, I don't remember, I'm sorry.
V's gonna look at her again and say, you did just say you believed this was the way, correct?
She hesitates. She says, I heard something in the elevator shaft. Maybe we should go look that way. She says, I'm sorry, I didn't remember. And she looks rather ashamed. However, you do see 2 ghosts down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
It is Dr. Gann and Professor Gann. And Dr. Gann is saying, no, but I want to test the venometric cells. And Professor Gann says, no, we can't rely on them. Amicthel was already corrupting the people working at the power plant. What if he corrupts those? It'll be a disaster.
Corrupted venometric cells. Can V shout down the hallway? What would happen if he does corrupt these cells, the venometric cells? See if they reply.
They look around as if they are being suggested to you. And Professor who is it? Sorry. Dr. Gann says, you said venometric cells were powered by the fluctuations of every tiny particle of existence. If he gains that knowledge, he'll destroy all of us. He'll torture us eternally. It'll be just like before we left Gann. And we're trying to start a new life here. We can't let anyone know. We can't connect it to the main power supply. And Professor Gann says, maybe we'll use it as a backup power.
V's only other thing he's gonna shout to them is, how do I get to the 3rd floor basement?
Third floor basement. And Dr. Gann says, oh, by the way, I know a secret passage. It's right behind me. I think we can use this to get to find out where the administrator was doing to sabotage the power plant. And Professor Gann says, let's check it out. And they kind of crouch down and they go through the wall here.
Oh, okay.
I will note that.
Would V recall, the secret passage was to the other building, correct? Or am I mistaken?
The one that they were just talking about?
Yeah. Because we heard about the secret passage.
There's you definitely heard about some. I'm not sure if you know the exact total number of passages, but you've heard about some. I'm talking about one here.
Okay. He is just upset and confused. I'm gonna use my action to close and lock the door.
Okay.
He is going to grumble and move the rest of his movement. I moved from here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Opening the door doesn't cost any action, so if you want to dash, you can just keep going.
I would like to do that.
Okay, what's Fontiev?
Fontiev is going to start floating down the passage.
So if he's going up to the first floor, right?
Yep.
Okay, so if he's coming up to the first floor, I'm going to start floating down towards the passage.
Okay, that is a ways. It's funny because since you're flying, you don't get the benefit of falling.
Yeah, I'm aware of this.
So it's going to be about 40 feet to fly down.
Yeah, in addition to that, before I fly down, I would like to just tie 60 feet of rope to the door over here and just chuck it down.
Okay, that'll be an action, but you can do that.
Yeah, I can still use the rest of my movement. So I'm going to do that, I'm going to chuck it down, and then I start floating down towards where everybody else is.
Okay, so you float down, and you can see the hole in the elevator that Marvis punched through. Do you want to go through that?
Can I make out Thalia from here?
Not. You don't have line of sight on Thalia because she's pushed up against the ceiling, as I recall. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Is the
I'm standing on the ceiling, upside down like a bat.
So for the record, the rope makes it all the way down to here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's good. Fontiev. Oh, I don't actually have an attack action, so Fontiev is just going to maintain where he is right now because I can't do anything else anyway.
So you don't want to be invisible in sight of any enemies, right?
Yeah, I want to be out. I want to be out of line sight of everything right now.
Okay, great. Okay. This guy is going to take one step forward, and he's going to try to grab Marvis.
Yep.
You need to roll athletics or acrobatics to avoid being grabbed and thrown into space.
Athletics is 21.
Okay, you're not grabbed.
Okay.
It is now your turn. Please make a strength saving throw to avoid being sucked into the void.
I have advantage on those, right?
Yep, if you're rich, you have advantage.
28.
Okay, you're not. You only take 20 cold damage
Okay.
as the wind howls around you, pushing into this portal.
Okay. I will attack the big guy in front of me.
Kiff, are you still maintaining concentration on Fairy Fire? Is it concentration?
I don't think very concentration.
I don't think so.
What is concentration?
Oh crap! It is.
Just
My
like
apologies.
roll once for me with a 30 damage hit, which will be DC 15.
Ooh, not 20.
Okay, it's still there. So Marvis has advantage to hit.
Alright. 23 to hit.
Yep.
That is 20 damage.
Yep. The portal started to dissipate a little bit. There's little gaps appearing between the limbs of the figure.
Next hit. 29 to hit.
Yep.
No, 14 damage.
It begins to puff away in little clouds of blackness. It seems like it's almost destroyed.
That's all the attacks I can do. That's all I can do for now.
Okay. Thalia.
You said it looks like it's almost destroyed.
Yes.
Okay. I guess in that case, I will fire 3 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay.
And they howl. I'm sorry. They all have advantage, right? Because of.
That's a Fairy Fire.
Okay. Just get to my dice. I believe I have a +10. Okay, so first one is 28 to hit.
You guys are rolling crazy high.
Second
I was
one
rolling
is
crazy low the whole first 2 hours.
5. And then the third one is 21. I think the last one misses, right?
It has 22 AC, yeah.
Okay. These two.
I'm expecting some big damage from Thalia.
That is 16.
16 total?
Yes. Because only 2 of them hit.
This thing poofs away into little wisps of darkness.
Whee!
And it's gone. There's no trace of it at all. Except the wind stops howling and it's not quite so cold for them.
Okay. Cool. And then I'm gonna move up back to the corner I was in before. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, we'll stay here. And can you remind me, when we fought the luminous, horror things before,
Yep.
they were, sorry, They were just walking on flat ground, right? At no point were they
They
like.
do not fly, and they do not go through walls. They do
Okay.
have substance to them.
Great to know.
So if you were to, for example, smash the platform they're on, they'd probably fall.
Okay.
And since it is now their turn, is Thalia hiding from them?
Yeah, I'm back in that corner.
Okay, their only real visible target is Marvis. They're gonna just shoot him total of 4 times. What's Marvis' AC?
17.
Okay. These guys rolled good. This is like my first good big roll in this whole quest here. So you get hit by 2 beams and a crit beam. Wow. That's a lot of damage. That's 86 radiant damage. Is Marvis still standing?
Of course I am.
Holy shit. Wow, I'm impressed.
Does it get halved?
No,
It's radiant.
Oh.
They're
It's
like
magic.
a little bit intimidated by how tough Marvis is. They're gonna go hide behind the pillar. Lydia's turn. What is Lydia doing? Lydia's gonna follow V and go this way. It's Kiff's turn.
Kiff will.
You don't feel well. It feels like you barely have control of your right leg, and it's kind of
Kiff
biting and attacking you.
is going to go into his bag, and he's going to pull out the fuzzy purple sweater that he has. Oh wait, no, you gave that away. I'm sorry. What do I have? I have an article of clothing. Oh yeah, I still have those priest robes from a while ago. Kiff is going to take them and just like kind of tie it around his leg kind of tight to cover the face and restrain the arms. He's going to go, shh, not now, not now.
Interesting approach. Okay, so are you trying to tie it really tight?
Tight enough to kind of make the arms not flail around, but not too tight to like cut circulation off.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I guess that'll give it. Okay, so that will have an effect. It's been restrained.
Cool beans.
Is that all you want to do?
Kiff will move forward 5, 10, 15, 20,
It's
25.
gonna be half speed.
Oh, yes. 25 then.
Yeah.
And then he'll bonus action healing word Marvis.
Nice.
Take
What?
Take a D4 plus spellcasting ability modifier. I guess that would be a D4 plus 2. It's not much, but it's something.
Who rolls? Me roll, you roll.
You can roll it.
D4. Plus 2, that is 3.
Oh yeah. Was it worth the spell slot? Probably not. But it did it anyway.
Is Kiff done?
Kiff is done.
The thing on his leg sprouts several more teeth and mouths and arms, and it chomps Kiff again for 17 damage. One of the attempted chomps was restrained by the scarf that was tied around. It seems to be growing. It's almost like there's like this creature that's growing off. It's like kind of like budding. V's turn.
Yes. Sorry. These turns are going so fast. I mean, I'm just gonna continue to make my way towards the elevator shaft because I can't figure out any other freaking way down.
Okay, that's happening. Fontiev's turn.
Are
You
these
hear it.
stairs?
Go ahead.
Are we at the top of these stairs?
Yep. If you went up the stairs, you're at the top. So you can
Oh,
just
okay.
teleport
Yeah,
yourself.
I just wasn't sure where. I'll move us accordingly. Do you want me to move Lydia as well? Excuse me.
Yeah, she's gonna follow you.
Fontiev is gonna very carefully stick his head below there and just like go psst to everybody else. We can get the fuck out. Does anybody respond? Hello?
Kiff can't hear a whisper.
You can't hear a whisper?
I'm pretty far away.
Oh, I guess that's fair enough.
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn around and I'm standing upside down, just shrug, be like, everyone spread out.
And
If
Fontiev
you
was just gonna.
load the catwalk, you can drop those glowing beings into the void. Maybe.
Is there a way to make the catwalk drop? I also don't have pushing arrows like Kiff does. Fontiev is just gonna get Marvis's attention. And can I try to get Marvis's attention?
If he's here.
What?
I'm trying to get Marvis's attention and I'm just going to him. Grab Kiff. I have a rope set up. Everyone climb the hell out.
Remember, Kiff has a screaming being trying to rip itself off of Kiff's leg.
Right.
Oh, it doesn't stop Marvis from basically turning Kiff into a small backpack right now and carrying him up. Because right now, Lydia might be our best bet to undo this right now.
After Fontiev is Marvis' turn.
Alright, there's nothing around us at the moment?
Nothing except for Kiff's problem.
Alright.
You can see, the other guys who were shooting at you ran behind the pillar.
I'm sorry, not to nitpick. Are they glowing as strongly as the things were before? Like when we found them
You can see
earlier?
the glow from around the side of the pillar?
Yes.
You can see some glow, yeah.
Okay.
You can also hear a button go beep and like some kind of moving machine behind the pillar.
How far away is Kiff from me?
He's 10 feet away from you.
Alright, I'll grab him and try to chuck him back at Fontiev.
Does Kiff consent to this?
I mean, I guess Kiff is a little busy right now with fighting the thing growing out of him, so sure.
And I'll signal to Thalia to go up the rope.
And Thalia?
Yeah, I'll head towards the gap in the ceiling, I guess, and 10, 15, 20. I think I can probably get to the hole and go up with my movement. Kiff, do you want me to try to get that off? Or no?
It depends.
It'll be very violent if I try. But it looks pretty violent now, without doing anything.
No thanks. Kiff, try other thing first.
Okay, by the way, I think you can just kind of kick off of something and just kind of launch yourself indefinitely upwards, right? If you're levitating?
I mean, I don't even think I have to take kicks. I went 5, 10, 15, 20, walking along the ceiling, and then I think if I use my full movement, I can levitate 20 feet, so I don't know if I've already used some feet, some movement, walking horizontally along the ceiling. I don't know how much I have left to float.
Yeah, probably about
Like
50
5
like,
feet.
You want to go straight up?
I guess, yeah.
If you're just floating that way, I'd say 20 at least. So you'd be on level with the second floor.
Would I make it 20 feet because I already used some of my movement to walk along the ceiling?
I feel like Rob's probably right that if you're just pushing off, you can kind of get free movement that way.
Yeah, you're basically moving indefinitely.
It's kind of like falling up as long as it lasts.
Okay. I mean, as long as that's fine. I'll probably go like 15 feet up.
Okay. Meanwhile, these guys are going to come around the corner, and they're going to take some shots at Fontiev and... Or not Fontiev. Marvis and Kiff. Wow, these are crazy good rolls. Let's see here. Marvis takes 38 radiant damage. Okay, wait, Kiff was thrown back, right?
Yeah, I'm with Thalia now.
Okay, they can only see Marvis. So Marvis is going to take 38 plus 39, which is 77 radiant damage.
Who is?
Marvis gets shot 4 times by Luminous Hearts for a total of 77 radiant damage.
77.
Yep.
That's exactly my health.
Oh.
Oh, but there's good things that also happen. I don't go down immediately. Give me 1 second. Yeah.
But
Read.
wait, there's more.
Yes, there's more. And feats and features.
Kiff's next, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, when I drop to 0, I do a DC 10 con saving throw. So, DC 10 saving throw. That's a 15. And I drop to 1 hit point instead.
Okay, there you are.
Yay.
What is Kiff going to do?
Kiff, finding himself in the current position he is now, is going to burn one of his bow charges on Irresistible Dance on the creature crawling out of him, or attempting to crawl out of him.
This is like the most amazing thing I think we've done tonight.
So he plays a tune, and all the crazy mouths and arms and legs spreading from his legs start to just hum along and dance.
And Kiff just says, "Yes, boogie, yes."
It's still clearly trying to get free of Kiff, but it's struggling to do so due to all the dancing. So it's definitely having disadvantage on doing that. It's growing some more mouths and teeth, and it's trying to beg Kiff, but it's disadvantage on that. So it's only going to do it twice. Let's see. And it's going to chomp Kiff for 36 damage. Does Kiff still have hit points?
A few, yes.
How many?
A whopping 10.
A whopping 10. Okay, with that, where did I put this guy? It actually tears itself free. Here we go.
Oh, dang.
And
But
it
he's still dancing.
Skin. Yeah, it's still dancing. Still dancing. It doesn't have a lot of skin, but it's gonna try to dash this way. Do people want opportunity attack this thing? It sort of has some of Kiff's like genetic material, but it has too many arms and legs and faces.
Sure, I'll take a pot shot at it.
Okay.
It gives me ouch.
What
Is
about
it within 15 feet of me?
15? No, you're 20 feet away from it.
Is it adjacent to anybody currently?
It's adjacent to Kiff and Fontiev that I can see.
Copy. $28 to hit.
Yes.
We'll use a pushing arrow on it.
Kiff Jr. is quite ugly.
Oh no, it can't move because of the dance.
Oh.
So it can't move. It's just it rips off, but it's still dancing. It's just kind of dancing there. So you can't opportunity attack it.
That's fine.
Okay.
Fine by me.
Yeah. So after that, it's just V and Fontiev can do stuff.
Okay, so are we technically out of combat right now?
Well, there is a dancing bloody mess in front of Kiff, and Kiff has some open wounds. But aside from that, nobody's necessarily shooting at you right now, but people have been shooting at you.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this to I'll say this right now. I can burn a healing spirit on you, Marvis, but I don't know how much that's gonna help you.
He's dead. It'll help him. Or he's 1 HP. It's better than none. Or it's more than 1 HP, so that's kind of...
No, I mean, like, what their damage is going to be far more than what I can heal. I'm just asking, like, if it makes sense to burn it right now.
It's up to you. What?
You may as well.
I would
because,
think so,
they
yeah.
could hit once and miss a couple times, and like maybe he'd survive with
Right.
the healing spirit. But with
With 1
hit
HP,
point,
he's gonna die.
it's not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree.
It could be enough to stop him from permadeath.
Okay, so my plan. Okay, so I have a plan right now. I'm gonna drop a healing spirit next to Marvis that is prepared to touch him anytime he goes down for 2
Okay.
rounds. So, and then I am gonna start moving. I'm gonna try to yoink Kiff and start dragging him up right now out of danger.
Okay. Which floor are you going to go to?
I'm just heading straight up potentially to try to get out the first floor, just so Kiff can be out of danger right now, because that elevator there is not open currently, as far as I know.
Okay.
Thalia, you are levitating, therefore weightless. Do you want to just grab the broom and just take a ride up?
I'll stay here for now in case Marvis needs help.
Okay, so I'm bringing you all the way up to there, because we've established my move can get me up to here and out. So
You as in Kiff.
yeah, me and Kiff, like up and out and on the first floor.
Okay.
So I have brought Kiff up here, and we are currently safe. And I say, hey, hello, special delivery, 1 Kiff for you. And I think that's the end of my turn.
Marvis' turn.
Okay. Where is Thalia?
Thalia is...
I am above the like ceiling of the elevator. I'm about 15 feet above that.
Yeah, like here.
Okay. I'm going to walk inside here.
And
Not in rage of the flesh horror.
Okay.
Did you get healing spirit?
Yeah, I would have touched it. How much is that, Rob?
That's gonna be, I think a D6 is. It's been a while actually. It's one. I think it's 1D. Let me go double check that. I'm pretty sure it's 1D6, but let me see.
Yeah.
1d6, yeah.
Okay, so Marvis, roll 1d6.
The spirit can heal a number 1 plus your spellcasting modifier times. Yeah.
Yeah. So it can do 2d6 right now.
Okay. Well, it can do
so
1d6 when he's touched, and then 1d6 when he stays in it.
Yeah, or 2d6 all at once, but that's
my
point.
That's not how healing spirit works. It gives 1d6 every turn that you stay in it.
Okay, well, it's, I think, 1d6 right now.
Yeah, you pass in, you gotta roll.
Yes, and you stay in it, you get a roll.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, I got 5.
Okay.
And I will... Is there a ledge above me that I could grab onto?
Above you, there's a hole in the ceiling of the elevator car.
Okay.
You could grab it if you want. It's kind of sharp, but you can grab it.
I'll jump up and through the hole.
Okay. With a big spring, you jump up, and you want to stand on top of the elevator car, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you've done it. No roll required.
Alright.
You gonna chill out?
I'll see if there's like a ladder alongside the elevator shafts for me to climb up.
There actually is a ladder.
I'll go towards it and start climbing, seeing where the rest of my party is at.
So you're doing that. After Marvis, Talia's turn. Talia.
Elena, are you there?
I muted myself. I'm
Oh,
just talking into
no.
the void. The flesh horror is just lying on the.
It's irresistibly dancing right now. Unless, I'm assuming Kiff's maintaining concentration.
Sure. Have I ever concentrated before on it? It's hard because it's not a spell of mine, it's the bow effect.
I don't.
Well, let me rephrase.
Has-
You could
Oh,
cancel
it
it.
is concentration.
But
Copy.
it's
Yeah. Yeah, oh, it's dancing. You bet your
Yeah.
ass it's dancing.
It stays a dancing.
What? Does it have to make the save if it takes damage or no?
It can take its action to try to stop. Not if it takes damage, no. You also notice that the elevator cables are damaged. If you wanted to get rid of it, you could just drop the elevator.
Yeah, but Marvis is still. Is he still standing on top?
No, he's on the ladder on the side of the shaft.
Oh. Do we need the levitating box? Yes? No? 5 seconds.
No.
5, 4,
No.
3. Okay. I'll use a bet and go after that last cable.
There's a shroop. The cable is severed. And it falls surprisingly far distance, and where there's a big crash. And everything becomes silent.
If
Oh,
this was a
backlash order.
real life elevator, it would have
Yes.
only fell about 3 feet.
Assuming you know how far the shaft goes, yeah.
Well,
Or
the,
Well, real elevators have safeties on them.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Otis
Oh.
invention.
Yep.
But
Well, yeah,
how
I don't know
old
about that.
is this elevator, you know?
So, from Talia's
Good question.
perspective, it looks like it fell about 200 feet.
Okay.
Based on her perception.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. And then I'll float the remaining 5 feet up so I can be level with the second floor and just kind of step onto ground
Okay.
and join everyone.
Okay. Everything's quiet now.
Okay. While that's going on, are we out of combat right now?
Everything's quiet. No one's shooting at you.
And everyone's up by the elevator.
Okay,
Top of the
I'm gonna have
elevator
the
shaft.
healing spirit kind of make its way up the shaft and through and walk through Marvis again, I guess. Or if you want me to give it to Kiff, I don't know. What you want to
Do
do
you want
here.
to get the full effect of it?
Yeah, just to kind of finish out that last 1d6.
Kiff has 2 basic healing potions. He's gonna guzzle one down.
Okay, I'm gonna have it walk through Marvis. Marvis, take your d6.
Really quickly, how did you do Aura of Vitality out of combat, Charles? With
Aura of-
Sean? It's 2d6 for up to a minute. Do you do that by turn? So with 6-second turns, you can do it out with 10 times.
So that it's going to be 20d6.
Perfect. That's all I wanted to know. When
20d6, but it's one person each time.
right, 2d6, and then I choose out of the 10 who is getting what? Basically, I dole out like 2d6s 10 times. Yeah.
Yeah, according to the 5e tools, it only is for paladins.
Aura of Vitality is always prepared for me as a Artificer. It is part of my Artificer class.
Cool.
Yep. I have a bunch of weird paladin. I have Heroism, I have Branding Smite, I have Shield, Conjure Barrage, Aura of Vitality, and Fire
That's
Shield.
your,
And Warding Bond. It's the
that's your subclass.
Yeah, it's my subclass. Yeah, they're just always prepared.
Battlesmith.
Yeah, it's the
Yep.
Battlesmith.
I see it. Good, yeah.
You got a little buddy.
Yep, but
Little buddy.
well, actually the only thing that heals him is mending.
Never
What?
mind.
Yeah.
which I also have, but I'm gonna use Aura Vitality when everyone comes back up to the floor that we're currently on. Or are they not coming up to the floor? Like, where are you guys? Are you just floating? Did you go up to the
Oh,
top
sorry, I
floor?
stepped onto the second floor. There we go.
I'm at the whims of
Well-
people taller than me.
Well, Thalia, that's the third floor, by the way.
That's the third.
I don't know.
Second
Wherever the
is-
people were.
Okay, yeah, so you're up by us because the second floor is here.
I don't know. I went
Where
up
is
the 20
here?
feet.
This is the first floor.
Can someone ping the floor that you're on? This
This would
floor.
be the second floor.
Right,
This is
that
the
door
third
is
floor.
closed.
I float up until I see friends.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm just
yeah.
And then
letting you
I
know.
Safe.
exit.
Except I was climbing the ladder.
A rope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hopefully not slipping while I only have 11 health.
Do you still have that dagger or no, you used it?
I used it, remember?
You're gonna need to give me that today.
For
For a long rest.
Do you want me to hang out while you're climbing up?
Nope, I'm fine. I don't think you're strong enough to help me if I slip anyway.
I can catch you once if you fall.
But
Just once.
only once. Yeah.
Only once. Once per long rest.
Bird, it's a plane. No, it's Thalia carrying a giant robot.
That is catching in the loosest sense. That's called cushioning. But yeah,
I can
once.
levitate you once per day.
Okay.
Otherwise, only myself.
Once people get up, I am gonna use Aura of Vitality. I'm sorry, I keep you
The most vitalitous of auras.
on. And Marvis, take 5 of those.
Which are
5d6, I think, right?
No.
10d6.
10d6.
I thought you roll them and then dole them out.
I just figured I'd give you the d6 and you could roll them unless you really want me to roll all d10 or all the d6. I'm fine with that too.
It's all right.
Yeah, generally what Sean did was give out d6 to roll.
So, how many d6 do I roll?
10.
Okay.
2d6 5 times is 10d6. That's math. I got it. How's everyone else looking?
17 HP.
Perfectly fine.
And Kiff, you take the other 5. You roll the other 10. And then Aura of
There was-
Vitality is done.
Okay, I think I was. Yeah.
Oh
so
my
just,
God.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I just saw the rolls that Matt made, and they were a bunch of 1s and 2s.
Yeah. So we visited first floor, basement 1, and basement 3, but not basement 2.
But not basement 2. Well, yeah. Yeah, we found basement 1 and basement 3, but not 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's like platform 9 3/4. It just exists between realms.
I think it kind of does.
How many potions do we have, guys?
None? No. You had
Some.
Fontiev, how many did you have on you? No,
My person?
No, Kiff, you drank one, right? Did you drink them from
they're basic healing potions.
Okay. We
I
have
drank
one superior healing in the
And
in the
3
bag.
greater.
And 3 greater, yes.
Because I am 50 out of 200.
You should probably take one, if not more than one of those. Take the superior one. Why not, right? Or don't take the greater. I have no issue with either.
Yeah, I'd say take the big one.
You're a big beef. good for
That
you to be
is
beefy.
8d8 plus 8?
Correct. 84 plus 8.
Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad.
I knew what
Wish
you
it
meant.
was 18 plus
Yeah,
8.
it would have been awesome if it was 8d8, man. That would be the life.
No, that would be the ultimate healing potion.
You would be so healed. I'm deleting it from the purse.
Sounds good.
29.
Nice.
I'm at 79 out of 200.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you want to take another one, you can. They're not the same. They're greater, so they're 48 plus 4?
Yeah, I don't want to use all the potions
Just keep drinking them.
because
No, but yeah, I know.
I mean,
It's always good to have at least
potentially-
one.
Do you
Because
want
I
to
read-
take a nap? I am
Yes.
very fond of taking naps.
I was gonna say if we can potentially short
Yeah.
rest, we can roll hit dice.
We don't know. I mean, we can. I'm fine, but I also have no stake in this.
I'm also okay.
I mean,
I got sucked into the void.
yeah, we're mostly doing
Yeah.
this for the sake of
For the
Marvis
second
and
time.
Giff.
Marvis.
For the
I
second
mean, no, I
time.
mean that's not true. You have a stake in
Yeah.
this. You recover your spells after a short rest.
No.
I'm talking to Talia. She's
Yes.
a warlock.
I didn't end up. Am I still muted? No. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I didn't end up using
Using
any
like
actual
any
spells.
big spells, right?
Yeah, I used cantrips. I was gonna use a spell, then we decided to go up, and I was like, cool, I'll save it. So I'm okay. I don't know if there's anything on this floor that we wanted to gently take a look at while two party members are resting.
But yeah, also, where would you want to rest?
I'd say the security room is probably the most
Yeah.
secure if I had to guess.
yeah.
Which room?
The
I'd say
the security
is
room.
probably.
Okay, so you're gonna go in the security room. And you're gonna do
Because
short
it's
rest, right?
secure.
Yeah, Cliff is immediately going to fall asleep standing up.
B will stay up and not nap.
Are you gonna do anything to hold the door shut, or just
Yeah, we
lock
have
it?
the lock.
Okay, you're gonna lock it.
Yeah, we have the
Lock.
key to lock the doors.
V is keeping a close eye on Lydia. A very close eye with Bubbles basically
Lydia
by
says,
Lydia's
Do you mind
side.
if I attempt to play with these machines here? They seem to have reactivated, she says, referring to the security screens.
Yes, you may not touch them. I do mind.
Okay, so you see a familiar gun appear while you're resting. And it is Watchman gun.
I know that gun.
It is Watchman gun and also Doctor gun.
Oh, at the switches?
The Watchman gun says, I don't know, lady, you sure you're not going crazy? And Dr. Gunn says, no, that they're here. I know there must be some way we can contact them. They're trying to help. And he says, God, it's fucking nuts, man. And he's trying to, I mean, it's obviously it's a ghost, and he's trying to do something with the machine. He says, I don't see anything do you hear anything on this frequency? I don't know.
Is he talking about us?
V will
My
not nod. Yes, they are talking about us.
Tell them to fix the power because there were sparks, and then the floating box stopped moving.
I'm
The
gonna
floating
nod.
upstairs box.
I'm gonna nod and go up and say to them in a relatively, I'd say to Dr. Gon in a relatively casual demeanor, we would suggest that you reinforce that levitating room as well as perhaps make sure your power grid is functioning properly.
They all look, suddenly both of them look very alarmed. They look around as though he says, holy Christmas. He says, you weren't kidding.
Oh.
What are you saying to fix the elevator and what else?
To reinforce the elevator cables as well as check your power relays for like the security room essentially.
Dr. Gunn looks overjoyed and she says, yes, we'll put extra security, extra reinforcement on the elevator and the security room. One we watchman, and he says, I don't believe this is crazy. He says, we gotta tell the administrator about it. And she says,
You should name the levitating box
No stairs,
the
stairs.
world. Oh, the no stairs.
You
And
hear Kiff whisper to sleep, no
Carve it.
stairs.
carve it into there so everyone knows the no stairs.
Oh
stairs.
no, did they disappear?
It's very important.
They fade away after Lydia finishes
Oh,
her.
dang it. I was gonna tell the doctor, don't tell the administrator.
Whoops. Sorry.
Because the administrator,
Very
if I'm not
important news.
if I'm not mistaken, is pretty bad.
Pretty pretty poopy.
Well, if you want to talk to them more, you can. That you know that spell.
Yeah,
Oh.
not see invisible. What was it? Was it see invisible? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
So
Let me
they
see if
fade
I
away,
can even use it. I'm
and
pretty close to out of spells.
you notice that the security room is different now. It has extra wires going to all these computers. It has extra bars on the door as well.
Ooh,
Who
nice.
picks up? If this changed, maybe no stairs are better.
We would hope that's the case.
By the way, how are our two friends doing in terms of healing dice?
Oh yeah, you guys spend your hit dice.
Better. I'm not like 3/4.
How are you looking, Marvis? He's in the painstaking process of rolling, I'm sure. Rolling. Oh.
Big spirit.
Marvis.exe has failed to load.
He is not a spirit. He is one of the few things in here that is not a spirit.
Speak robot.
Robot.
Well, I don't know. Maybe from their perspective, we're the.
That's true. We are the spirits from their.
No.
It seems like it, at least.
Ghana
well-
is a really weird place.
Mm-hmm.
Lydia says, I wouldn't talk to those ghosts if I were you. You might change things for the worse. It could be dangerous.
Or the better. It seems as if they understand that we are trying to help, and they may be very useful to us. Though
Thanks.
it does seem like sometimes things have backfired. It's not always the case. Sorry, Talia, what were you going to say?
Things are already pretty bad.
You do make a very good point. Things aren't particularly great for them or us.
Maybe with the reinforcements, they'll make it so that the machines won't explode with the push of a wrong button. And then I just slowly turn to Lydia.
The Lydia.
She puts her hands on her hips and looks kind of put out. She says it was an accident. I'm sorry. How many times do you want me to apologize? She says, may I ask, what brought you to this valley? Were you searching for the lost treasures as I was?
We were told that this would be where to find some very useful items.
Fuel for float boat.
Along with other things, if I'm not mistaken, correct, Talia?
Yes. Yes? Yes.
Yllaxis knows more about those other items, if I'm not mistaken. Well,
I hope you find it. I came here looking for treasures. There were certainly some strange machines, but I only found horrors here, as you can see.
What kind of treasures?
Well, I heard there was powerful wands, like that one that V saw in the basement to the east.
yes,
No,
we
that's
did
what
not get to touch that as of yet.
She says, well, maybe you should.
We have considered it, but we're worried. We did see what happened to Kiff. With the
Yes.
That's why I don't like going in any of these buildings here. They're terrifying, especially in the basements.
They are unpleasant at best. You did also tell us that someone was in this building, someone powerful.
Oh no, she says in the dormitory building to the
Oh, I'm
east.
sorry. Yes, yeah, to the east. Excuse me.
So I believe that is the most powerful and potentially helpful person you could find in this whole place. His name is Amekthel.
Ah. Wonderful.
I'm gonna lean to V and say, weren't the ghosts...
V is just gonna look straight at Talia and just nod.
What did they say about them again?
About, is she asking about
They
Amekthel?
gave me dreams, she says.
What did Talia say? I'm sorry.
She says, I wouldn't listen to ghosts. I think that they're quite horrifying.
Yes.
She says, good people don't leave ghosts. They rest in peace.
We would not agree with that, but it's their own. V is gonna kind of go over to Kiff, who's sleeping, and say, or who's relaxing, and quietly just kind of say, Kiff, ask, or Fontiev, either one, I don't care. Ask Lydia about this Amokthal. I can't say it. Is that what it is?
I need to see what the actual written word is.
I'll write it down.
Thank you.
Kiff turns to Lydia and goes,
Amokthal.
Lydia, who Hamthrall?
Jesus, ham thrall. She says, well, she gestures to Bubbles. She says, Bubbles is full of hams, I think.
Yes.
Kiff goes, oh, yes. And then kind of gives a little hand gesture for Bubbles to open up a little bit so he
he'll
can take
comply.
a piece of ham.
Yeah, he'll happily comply.
And Kiff says, good, eats.
V will chime in. Amokthal, what do you know about that? Him?
She puts her hand in her pocket and she says, well, it's the only friendly voice I found here. He said he just needed some help to get free. He was stuck in the dormitory building. It was scary down there. There were a lot of monsters, but I think it's someone who's being threatened by a monster and he needs help.
You were in the dormitory?
Yes, I was looking for treasure there. She said I heard many of the most important and famous Gons once lived there in many ages past.
And
Yeah, would you mind emptying your pockets?
She says, sure. Everything in practice is the same thing she showed you before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nothing new. Okay, good. Good. What is the game plan here? Fontiev should not be running the show. So everyone's done with their hit dice, right?
Yes.
Yeah, have been.
Okay, so Roldan, are you done with your hit dice? I'm not sure if you're still
Yep.
rolling. Okay. So I guess we can kind of. What do we want our game plan here? Do we want to try to go back down the elevator shaft or what?
Well,
Why are we trying to go downstairs again? For the for the
venometric.
V?
Or, I mean, contextually, we know about that secret passage that's in that hallway that V was looking at before.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty sure the vanometric cells are what's the key
To the power source.
the power.
Okay.
And who knows? We had to talk to 2 Gan, right? 2 more Gan?
2 more, correct, but they're not in here, I don't think.
Yeah, so yeah, we talked to Doctor, then we had to talk to 1 to maybe get the location of the final one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that other Gan is again?
There was Doctor, there was Professor, there was Engineer, there was Captain, who we were looking for, but we are not sure what that is. There was tunnels that... Oh, I forget which buddy that was.
Maybe V saw the ghosts go into a potential secret passage.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we follow Dr. Gan in there. You might have some sort of issue. Because all the other Gan seemed to have a problem, and we solved the problem for them, and then they were a lot more relieved and were able to help us. Maybe if we do something for him, he might know the location of Captain Gan. Then we can go find Captain Gan. And then take it from there.
Lydia says, well, I guess.
Lydia, we understand that you are trying to help Amokthal. We just need to make sure that we can find what we are looking for as well. Is that understandable?
She nods.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Should we see how else the floor has changed? The doors already look different.
Yes, we believe we should. So I think at that point, V will unlock the door and do the thing.
He sees that the elevator is now completely fixed and is even better and shinier than before.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Is it
Shiny
engraved
stairs.
with
Yeah,
non-stairs
it's
stairs?
the plaque. Like the what was it called again?
What was Kip calling it?
No stairs.
That's it.
Except it's in Gan right now. So
Yes.
we don't really know it says that.
So maybe next time we talk to these people, we should tell them to write everything in common.
I'm going to, having seen the new plaque that wasn't there before, even if I don't know what it says, I'm going to proudly proclaim that it must have the engraving because I told them to do it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if that's actually what it says or not.
Eh,
You could use the scroll if you want, but
we would
No.
assume it does say that.
Not on something like that.
We believe you, Thalia.
In fact, I might dissuade people from doing that just in case.
Just because you want to make sure that you're right.
Yeah.
Love it.
They can never find out my secret.
Talia, please roll perception.
Uh-oh. Okay. 16. Sorry.
You notice that the label on the room north of the security room is different.
That looks different. That's this one here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
B will come over. The little key.
Kiff will follow suit.
Yeah, and then do the thing.
And he's opening the door?
Yep.
Okay. So inside he sees 3 guns. There's going to be Dr. Gun, Watchman Gun, and Professor Gun. And they're all... The arrangement of the tables in there would still replicate everything else because it's ruined, but it's different. And they're all talking and they're saying, can you hear us? What is your name? What can you do to help us? We really need your help. We'll do anything.
I'm gonna look back at everyone and say, choose your words very wisely. We seem to only have a few seconds at a time with them.
Go.
B.
And watch the guy is saying, we gotta hurry up, guys. This administrator is gonna check in any minute now.
You have to go write all the labels in the entire facility in common.
They say, what? Common? What? They're trying to use some kind of like headphones or some kind of machine to talk to you. They don't understand.
They're trying to offer us something?
Can I?
Well, they said they want to know what is your name and what
Kiff will say,
do you have to help them because they say they're having a lot of problems.
Kiff will say, hi, I'm Kiff.
Yeah, but write that down, write it down. Everybody write down Kiff. And so they write it down.
The machine there. Oh, sorry.
Think through problems and find solutions. Kiff have friend V, and then Kiff will point to V even though they can't see us, but Kiff will point anyway.
Even V.
V fix things. Fix things very good. Kiff will mumble under his breath. V is also B.
Watchman Gun is checking out some machine. He says, "Guys, the administrator's on his way with the security force. We gotta move." He says,
What
like,
is
"That's
the
me here."
administrator's name?
They said we don't have names. But Amakathel he wouldn't allow it. Anytime we had a name, he'd torture us. We couldn't do it.
He's not the administrator.
He's just the administrator.
The device that they're using, that they're trying to use for communication, does it look at all like the planar communication device that we have?
It looks kind of like that.
Is it set to a specific number?
So the ghost, it does not. So ghosts typically include people's like clothes and held items. I can guess. Yeah, you know what? Roll perception to see if you can check that.
I'm sorry, what was it?
I'm just whispering that my dice are gonna fail me in this moment. Yep,
Oh.
8.
Oh no.
8.
Okay, so you can tell their clear communication device has two, for lack of a better word, axes, and one of those is set to some number, which I will write down.
Okay.
It's hard to tell on the other one. It's just a blurry ghost. They say, please, do you, are you from the future? Are you from the past? What, are you gods? What are you?
We believe we're from the future?
The future past?
But it seems when
Dr.
we
Gunn just hopping up down says, tell him to get the bomb, tell him to get the bomb. Professor Gunn says, yes, okay, well, we were trying to, and this is such a long story. They just, the bomb in the arsenal to the east.
Kiff
And then
interrupts
the
him and
ghosts
says,
are gonna
"Deep breath."
Oh, no, they're gone.
What did you say, Kiff?
Just a deep breath.
Yeah, because he was like stumbling over his words.
Okay.
So we did contextually establish that they heard me say the word, heard me say write everything in the facilities
Yeah,
in
but
common.
it seems as though they don't know what common is.
Yeah.
I'll write down some of the notes. They said they don't know common, but they did write down Kiff and V.
Mhm.
And they said there is a bomb they made to try to kill Amethel in the arsenal.
And from what they've described, it sounds like Amokvel's some kind of like tyrant that wouldn't let them have names.
Names, yes, correct.
They said Amethel was definitely their enemy who was hurting them.
Okay. Interesting.
So I'm going to go ahead and label this as arsenal since that's.
Okay. On that note, do you mind if I bow out a little bit early?
Go ahead.
All right. I don't know if y'all are going to continue. I might leave this on for a little while so you can be recorded. I just need to get ready for bed and go lay down and whatnot. Are you done as well?
Yeah, I think I'll bow out too, just so I don't want to keep her up.
Are you guys okay with that? I'm sorry, I feel bad leaving early. Had
No
a
problem.
weird day. All right. Do you want me to keep this recording or do you want to call the recording for the night? And I'll do like a little.
This is
I'll
a
do a
pretty
little quick
clean stop
update.
point. What do you guys think?
I have no say in
I'm
this.
okay calling it. It's fine with me.
Same.
Yeah, I'm fine with calling it.
Okay.
All right. Well, wonderful. That is the end of our stream. I'm going to put you guys on thanks for watching, but can you guys say bye for the recording?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.